You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and in your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey. Hey, Miss Sislo, what's up, Booski? Hey, everyone in the chat. Okay, you want the link? Hold on. Let me drop the link for everybody who want to jump on the screen with us tonight. Okay. There's the link. If anybody wants to jump on, you just got to click the link in the chat for the StreamYard. Y'all know what time it is. It's Friday Night Live. No topics off limit. No host barred. We can talk about anything we want to, from the hood to the White House, all night long. And make sure you guys like the video, share the videos. Did I say video? Like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the Hood Table if you are new here and have not already subscribed. And let me fill up my drink. I had a drink earlier that I had been sipping on for quite some time. I had put it in the freezer, and then I had to leave the house. And then when I came back, it was like a slushy margarita. Hey, what's up, honey? How you doing, sis?
Sleepy, really sleepy.
Did you say sleepy? Oh, I get it. I was around here kind of trying to take a nap, but I was watching the news. Then I was trying to read up on that story at the Capitol building that we was talking about earlier today. Mm-hmm. I'm like, what the hell is going on at the Capitol?
Girl, that was crazy.
Hey, Miss Hall, how you doing, boo? How you doing? How your family? Happy Easter. Yes, happy Good Friday to everyone. Happy Easter holiday weekend to everyone. I got a 4-day weekend, so I was off today. I got up around 10 o'clock, hit up 3 stores, got everything I needed for Sunday, for Easter. Then I came back home, chopped up all my vegetables, prepping my food, cutting my greens, cleaning my greens. It was as if I might as well have worked today as much as I did. But then I'm off Monday, so I can recuperate after the holidays. I'm off Monday too, so 4-day weekend. But yes.
How you doing, Sugar?
Miss Hall said, hey, sis Low.
Yeah, how was you doing?
Yes, welcome to the Hood Table, everyone. Anybody who wants to get on the link, there's the link right. If anybody wants to get on the screen, there's the screen right there. I mean, there's a link to the screen right there. If you want to jump on the StreamYard and talk to us. Again, it's Friday Night Live. It's the day where we can talk about any and everything. I do got a few topics I want to talk about. And then usually after I discuss a few, then I just leave it up to everybody else to bring up some topics or some type of conversation. But yeah, Miss Hall says she's sleepy too. It must be one of those weeks.
Oh.
What's the weather like up there, Sislo? I know you said it was snowing the other day or like a few days ago.
Mm-hmm. And it's supposed to be 61 tomorrow.
I'm sorry to hear that, Miss Hall. I don't know if you had told us that before. I think you did tell us that before last week. But just in case you didn't, and just in case we didn't give our sincere condolences, my sincere condolences to you and your family.
No.
I'll keep you guys in my prayers. You said it's 61 degrees. Oh, Miss Hall, you said it's cold in North Kakalaki? It's about, let's see, what was the high today? I think the high today was about 70, maybe 72. But right now it's down to like 66. So it was like, you know how I be in the springtime. It'd be
I
really nice and warm during the daytime. Then as soon as that sun set,
I lived in North Carolina for a minute.
I have never been there, but I want to visit North Carolina. I want to go to the beaches out there.
It's a beautiful place to live.
Hmm. That's
Yeah.
one of my options to live, but then people be scaring me talking about the hurricanes all the time.
My baby girl was born in North Carolina.
You said your baby what?
My baby girl. Yeah, it's not a lot of hurricanes, and that's usually closer to the coast.
Hmm.
I stay inland.
Oh, you stay in. Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, I even mentioned that before, and somebody was like, "Well, you still can get bad weather," and I'm like, "Oh, just ruin my dreams of moving to the Kakalakis. Just ruin my dreams."
My youngest daughter was born in Thomasville, North Carolina.
Uh-oh, somebody else wants to get on tonight. Let me hit up Steve. Hey Steve, if you're watching, I just sent it to your inbox. I got people inbox me to want to get on the stream tonight.
Cool.
So did you see anything else from the Capitol? I was just reading about it. They
Mm-mm.
said one of the officers who was injured and died was Officer Evans. He was an 18-year veteran of the force.
No, I didn't. I didn't. I ain't see any more after I talked to you.
They said
No,
the other officer is in stable and non-threatening condition, but that one officer, he did pass away. They said the suspect was subsequently identified by a senior law enforcement official as Noah Green, 25-year-old Noah Green of Indianapolis, of Indiana. Wow, that's so young, 25 years old, and he up there shooting the police at the Capitol building.
yeah, that was kind of crazy. I mean, it had to be a death wish, you know.
Yeah, and they're categorizing it as terrorism related.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
But you know how that goes. Any act against the White House, against the Capitol, against, that's automatically going to be terrorism. But they said Mr. Green described himself as a supporter of the Nation of Islam leader Louis Farrakhan, and said he had been struggling through the last few months of the pandemic. Mm-mm-mm.
I don't. I didn't. Like I said, I didn't read. I didn't. After I talked to you, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't hear anything else. You know what I'm saying? So,
Miss Hall said you're kind of low. I thought you were low too, but I thought it was just me.
well, I'm gonna. I'm trying to keep my background. I mean, my volume kind of low because my background is loud. I mean, in the main part of the house, and the
Oh,
kids
okay, okay.
are loud, and I didn't want to interfere with the thing. But I don't have my microphone either.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'll go get it though.
Okay, well, you sound a little louder now, a little bit.
I pulled the laptop a little closer.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, I was getting ready to make a banana pudding, and that's why I had it.
Ooh, is it for today or is it for this weekend or is it
It's for whenever.
just a whenever pudding?
Yeah, baby, yeah. And I was gonna make some little mini ones
Mm-hmm.
so I can send it out of here too.
Oh, I should make me a nana puddings for Sunday.
Uh,
I didn't even think about making one. I was like, I'm just gonna do some pies and
I'm
you
doing the
know.
pudding. I'm not doing the baked one.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know,
I was trying to keep it. I was trying to keep it very simple this Easter, but you know how I do.
girl.
Very, very simple becomes like 20-course meal.
Right. Simple to you is like a buffet.
Right. Because I told my son, I said, my oldest son called me today because it seemed like it never fails. He always work on a holiday when it falls on the weekend. So being he works like the swing shift, he can't never get over until he gets off late at night to get a plate. But I was like, I'm making some ribs, some fried chicken, a ham. I'm making some dressing, macaroni and cheese, greens, Smoked turkey legs, macaroni and cheese, baked beans. He was like, "Dang, Mom, you said you was gonna be simple." I'm like, "Well, that's not a lot. That's like your basics. That's like basics."
No, it's not.
Hold on, let me check my inbox.
Welcome to the Who's Table.
Welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix. You don't need cable. Hop on YouTube. Welcome to the hood table. Ow. I know I got to get with this guy who's he made me a video, like a aerial video of our city of like North Omaha where we live, you know, like the hood and all that kind of stuff. And he had went on vacation, so I done forgot to get back with him because I was supposed to wait till he got back from vacation to get my video. What did Curtis say? No, Curtis, you stay away from the pudding. You know what they say about them pudding pops. Oh yeah, that's right. We talking about banana pudding. Never mind. Oh, hey Carla.
Yeah, Carlos, hurry up and come on up here. Maybe we can go together again until the end of the broadcast.
Hey,
Or
402.
in the middle when you start flirting with somebody.
402, when did you become vegan? Please let me know, because you done ate at my table many times, and you ain't never been no vegan. So when did you become vegan? Shoot.
Your kidney skills up.
He said you are, I'm not. What are you talking about? Is he talking to you, Miss Hawk? Or was he talking about Curtis? I mean, was he talking about 402? Hold on, what the hell are we talking about? Is we talking about vegans?
That's Carla.
Oh, 402, jump on the link when you become vegan. And of course, anybody, if you got a topic you want to discuss, you can either click the link that's in the chat, or you can just drop your topic of discussion in the chat, or you can click the link in the chat to jump on the screen with us. So whichever you prefer. But we were talking about that shooting earlier today at the Capitol building. Around what time was that? Because we was on the phone around what time is Sister? We was on the phone around 3:30 or 4 o'clock or somewhere around there.
I believe so.
But yeah, so oh Lord, it's just crazy. But yeah, this Friday, this afternoon, one of the Capitol police officers was killed. Another officer was injured. The suspect was also killed. Also, the suspect identified as Noah Green, 25 years old, of Indiana. And on his Facebook page, they said he was struggling during the pandemic and described himself as a follower of Louis Farrakhan, the leader of the Nation of Islam. Mr. Green, the suspect, rammed a vehicle into the two officers. Then he got out of the vehicle and lunged at the police officer with a knife, according to the acting chief of the Capitol Police. They also said the Capitol was locked down around 1 p.m. and the officer declared the threat neutralized about an hour and a half later. Congress is on recess because they did lock down. They did do a lockdown, you know, of course, because of that incident, so that most lawmakers were not at the Capitol. But they said most lawmakers were not at the Capitol, but many of the staff members were there. So again, they did lock it down. I'm sure it's not locked down now. I think they said they neutralized the situation about an hour and a half later. But President Biden was not in Washington. He had left earlier in the day for Camp David, and we don't know the identity of the second police officer. They will not release that information until his or her family has been notified. And we also don't know the specific motive for Mr. Green's attack on the Capitol. So that's what we know, and that's what we do not know as of like 7 p.m. this evening. What did 402 say? Oh, Curtis said, talking about your comment to me about the put. Oh, okay. 402 said, week 3 of no meat. You need to boycott meat, no meat for time. Don't be telling everything. Let me hide that message. Let me hide that comment in the chat. He talking about tell Tanya to stop eating meat. No, don't tell me not to stop eating meat. Especially when I just bought a big old fat ham today. And I bought a big old huge slab of ribs. I bought a big old pack of hamburger meat. I bought, a big old pack of chicken breasts. I bought 2 big packs of chicken legs. What else did I buy that was meat? That's all the meat I bought today. And that's just for Sunday. Okay. that ain't even the meat that was already in the fridge. You know what I'm saying? So I know, maybe next year sometime 402 revenue. Maybe I'll become vegan next year. But y'all be eating that stuff that they say substitutes meat, but does it really, really taste like meat? Like the vegan burgers. Have you ever had a vegan burger, Miss Sislo? 402 oh Lord. 402 revenue. I don't eat chitterlings, but I do love me some ham. I do love me some bacon. I do love me some sausages. I do love me some pork chops. Shall I go on and on? But I do not like me no chitterlings. I don't do the chitterlings, but I do eat other other pig parts. You said we sling brisket, ribs, chicken, hot dogs. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, see, Curtis cooking some of the same things. They got the ribs, they got the chicken, but they having hot dogs too and briskets. See, that's what I'm talking about. No meat substitute. It's discipline to eat veggies, fruits, and nuts. Oh Lord, no. But I eat veggies, fruits, and nuts now. So why do I gotta replace the meat? Anyway, let me get on to some hood news. I'm gonna get on to some hood news, y'all. Then we can go from there. And again, anybody who wants to jump on the stream, I'll put the link in the chat. Now, we ain't gonna be on here all night like y'all had me last week and the week before and the week before and the week before. Okay, Miss Sislo, do you have a bell? I'm gonna need you to ring a little bell when it's time. When after a few hours I'm past, Miss Sislo, I'm gonna need you to ring a little bell. Let me know. Tanya's time to go home. Time to go in the house. You know how they do them dinner bells back in the day. But let's see. Where's the hood news that I was gonna discuss? Okay, we kind of had hold up. Missing Brazier Trails remains found. Oh yeah. Okay, so it's 2 stories that I want to discuss. One of the stories, and it is not literally in our city of Omaha, Nebraska, but it's very close nearby. It's in Davenport, Iowa, and that's like one of the bigger cities. In Iowa, it's only like, what is Davenport, like 2 to 3 hours from where we live in Omaha. So a little girl by the name, hold on, let me pull it up so I can share it with you guys. Oh, it's so sad. So sad. This little girl. Okay, you guys. I was trying to see if there's an actual video on here. Oop, wrong one. We're going to discuss that story next. Okay. So this little girl right here, I hope you can see her okay. This pretty little girl right here. Why I keep moving to this picture? Okay, sorry. We're going to be talking about that next. But this little girl right here, she had been missing. Her name is Breasia Terrell. She's 11 years old. She has been missing for some time. And just the other day, police confirmed that the body found in an Iowa pond, which is a couple of hours from here, is the missing 11-year-old girl, Breasia Terrell. A missing child investigation in Davenport took a heartbreaking turn to homicide Wednesday as police announced that human remains found in eastern Iowa belong to 10-year-old Breasia Terrell. Now, the crazy thing about this story, I mean, it's already bad enough that she was killed. She was found in a pond. Somebody done something to her. It's obviously just not her have gotten lost. Somebody put her in that pond. Breasia's family reported her missing almost 9 months ago. She was last seen last year on July 9th. So since last year, a lot of people in our I don't know whether to call Davenport our sister city, because a lot of us from here go there to, it's like a small city, but it's like one of the bigger cities in Iowa. But a lot of times people from Omaha travel there for shopping, clubs, family, whatever. But it's kind of like our sister city, kind of like Council Bluffs, Iowa, which is right over the bridge. But anywho, they have been looking for her since last year on July 9th. They're planning a candlelight vigil for her this coming Friday, which would be actually today because this story was written a couple of days ago. But they said Breasia's disappearance impacted community organizers in central Iowa who drove to Davenport to help search for her. We got somebody on the stream. Hey, I'm gonna need you to put on some clothes before I add you to the stream. Edward, you always jumping on the stream showing all your chestises. But hold on, where did the story go again? Okay. They said her disappearance impacted community organizers in central Iowa who drove to Davenport to help search efforts. So a lot of people from here drove to Davenport to help look for her. The thing about it is, according to the police, almost 8 months ago, July 9th, when she went missing last year, according to police, Breasia has spent the night with her half-brother and her father, Henry Dinkins, before disappearing. Police have named Dinkins as a person of interest. He is currently in jail on unrelated sex offender registry charges. So he's a sex offender. So that leads me to wonder, why the heck was the little girl over there anyway? But that is her stepbrother's father. You know how that goes. When you're in a family and you got siblings and things like that, and kids want to go see their fathers, and then another child might be like, well, I want to go too. So I'm thinking it was probably one of those situations. But anyway, the man, he was on the sex registry list, and they said we are unable to share details on the investigation. No, they said when we are able to share details on the investigation, they will. So right now, we just have bits and pieces of what's going on. Fishermen found Breasia's body in DeWitt, which is about 30 miles from Davenport. Des Moines, Reverend Rob Johnson, who helped with the search for Breasia, said he speaks with Breasia's mother daily. They've been in contact with them through this entire process. But it's heartbreaking to know that this little girl most likely, possibly, could have been killed by her own stepbrother's father, who is now in jail. Again, he was on the sex offenders list, and they put him in jail because basically, you know how when you're on the sex offenders list, the sex registry, you're supposed to keep your address information updated. Every time you move, you're supposed to give them that information. So that's why he was arrested, because he did not inform them of his location, his residence, where he was living. So that's why he's in jail. He's not in jail for her murder right now, but it is a coincidence. And I'm sure that police are trying to find clues, trying to pin him to that, because I think so far that's the only suspect that they have right now, for that case. So, are you dressed?
Oh, man.
Can you hear me? Can you put some
Now I
clothes
can.
on?
I'm,
Can you put a
go
shirt
ahead.
on, please?
Go ahead. I'm good. Go ahead. Have me on there.
I said, can you put your shirt on?
I mean, that shirt on.
Can you please put a shirt on?
Oh man,
Do
you
you
got some
have
good pictures.
any shirts? Do you have any shirts?
I got shirts, but I don't wear shirts at my own stuff.
Well, it wouldn't be a problem, but every time you come on, the camera goes off from your neck all the way down, and we just can't be
Just
having
add
all
me.
that. So if you can please do
Yeah,
me
just
a
add
favor
me.
and put
Just
a
add
shirt
me.
on.
Just, just add me on the screen, man. Damn.
Could you just put a shirt on, please? Hey, Steve, what's up? How you doing? Can you hear me, Steve? Okay, I have to put Edward off because I'm sorry, but you got to have your clothes on when you come on here. We just can't be showing all our chests and our six packs and all that kind of stuff. I mean,
Hey,
you
I'm sorry.
know.
I had such an important call. I'm sorry.
Uh, yeah, most definitely. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. What's up, Steven? How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. I was just leaving actually a show,
Okay.
and I seen that you were going live. I most definitely wanted to try to get on there and just talk to you. You know, you were the first person to let me come on your show to announce my candidacy for city council.
Yep. Yep. I sure was, and it was a pleasure to have you on. How's it going?
You know what? It's going really well. Um, I've been engaging with the citizens directly, and a lot of people are unhappy with what's going on within our community, and they express it
Mm-hmm.
differently.
Mm-hmm.
Some people were able to talk just like what we're talking right now, and other individuals, they you got to meet them where they at. So
Right.
um, it's been a very interesting journey. I tell you that much, especially when I was up on 40th Ave and down on 24th Street.
Mm-hmm. Well, were you at the meeting the other I couldn't go because I was at work, but I know that there was a meeting with a lot of the candidates and Stothard was there and were you there at that meeting?
You talking about Big Mama's Kitchen?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. So what they did was they had two separate meetings, and
Mm-hmm.
one was for the city council members, and the other was for the mayoral
Mm-hmm.
election. And I did not go to the mayor. Um, I didn't go to that one, but at the city council one, we did talk about quite a few things.
Okay, I think that's the one. See, I can't remember because somebody has sent me the link to I think it was the one with the mayor because I remember seeing her talking and I seen some of the candidates like sitting alongside her. But how did the other meeting go for the city council?
You know, there was a lot of pushback in regards to, and I'll start my video here shortly because you're not going to be able to see me. I'm in my vehicle right now. I
Okay, that's
apologize for
fine.
that.
That's fine.
I'm trying to, and once I get to my home, I'll be able to, you know, really get my video up. But um,
Oh, that's okay.
you know, there was a lot of good conversation in that meeting.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, I believe
Uh-oh, did we lose them? Uh-oh, I think we lost them. Sisto, you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I,
okay.
I had to take that call. Um, One of my younger cousins, her baby is in the hospital.
Oh no. Will the
Doing,
baby be okay?
yeah, he's doing better now, and
Mm-hmm.
um, he had a severe asthma attack. So
Oh.
he was in
Oh,
ICU.
poor thing. How old is he?
He's he's like 3. And
Are you
see,
playing video games?
girl, yeah, I'm sorry. Let me stop. You know what? I keep forgetting I'm not on mute no more. But and this game is so addictive. But it's she lost her mom.
Uh-huh.
Her dad is locked up. Her dad is my cousin. Her dad is locked up. And she lost her fiance, which is her
Oh
is
wow.
the baby's dad, in a motorcycle accident last summer. So she really does. She doesn't have a lot of people but her
And
extended
now the baby in the how long has the baby been in the hospital?
since last night. He was in ICU, y'all.
Oh, poor thing. We don't have to be praying for the baby. Thank you, Miss Hall. She said she's gonna be praying for him too.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Oh, I hate
Yeah,
when kids are sick.
yeah. And he was crying because he wanted some juice, and the doctors wouldn't let him have anything to drink because
They can mess with the asthma. Hey, my son, he had
right.
my oldest son had severe asthma from like a toddler all the way to like sixth grade. So he was always in the hospital, always in the hospital for asthma attacks. So
And it's just
I know
brutal.
how that can be.
Poor baby. I just felt
Poor
so.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to sleep with my son. Well, not sleep with him, but I used to have my son sleeping with me. Every time his breathing would start messing up, I'd be like, okay, you got to sleep next to mommy. I don't care how old you are, because I got to make sure I would sleep with my hand on his chest and
Mm-hmm.
my cheek to his cheek. When he was like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I'm like, I can't, I couldn't know. I'd be
You
so
never
scared to
know.
just put him in his bed and walk away when his asthma was acting up.
You just never know.
Yeah. I'm like, shoot, if you stop breathing, I'm gonna be right here, dialing 911 and doing my little mouth to mouth, all that kind of
You
stuff.
see, I lost my baby sister at 6 weeks old. So
Mm,
every when I had my children, I couldn't sleep until my kids got past 6 weeks old. Ain't that crazy?
mm.
And then my
I understand it though.
yeah, and then my baby girl, I almost lost her when she was 16 weeks. I'm sorry, 12. She was 12 weeks old. And she had bronchiolitis. And
Mm.
girl, my baby was in ICU for like a week. But I never left the hospital. I stayed right there with her.
Oh, hey, Karma Diva.
Hey, honey,
Hey,
but
Mom.
there you go.
Hey.
Is the
No,
Lord
my phone never, it just notified. It just dinged and gave me the StreamYard.
Oh, call you,
I was
but I was
like,
like, nah, she'll come on when she come on.
wait a minute. And I'm sitting here, I turned on YouTube and I'm like, she live, huh? And then I hit
Yeah,
a
we come
button
alive.
and then,
But I told Keisha, midnight. It's time to get back on that little chariot and take our butt home before we turn back into because we be on here too doggone long.
oh, Lord, mm-mm.
Last week, the one week we was on here for 6 hours.
Oh, fuck no.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Oh, no.
we just kept talking and bringing up different subjects, and I was like, y'all be having me on here all night.
uh-uh.
Mm-mm.
She said, y'all.
I
You,
noticed that.
over here.
Uh-uh.
And there's one in the
No,
chat who ain't got on. There's one in the chat who
don't
ain't
be
got on.
pointing at me. I don't do nothing.
The man who
Um,
changes his name like 20,000 times when he get up here.
Yeah.
I don't do nothing.
We had Stephen Abraham up here. The one we interviewed who's running for city council. He was
Mm-hmm.
on here, but then his link dropped. So he said he gonna jump back on because he's on his way home. So he said he gonna jump back on when he get home.
Oh,
But he was gonna
cool.
tell us how the city council meeting went the other day.
Oh boy,
But
I'm
yeah.
very interested in hearing that.
Yeah, me too. But and Edward did jump on here, but Edward, I told him I can't let him on without no clothes on.
Oh, what is with him and not putting no clothes on?
I don't know, but he doesn't want to put a shirt on, so I told him he can't come on.
He know the rules. Hey,
And it's not just me, but it's like I heard people say that man ain't got no clothes on. The camera be going all down low Like, I don't know if he does it on purpose, if he does it on accident, but he be having like pants on or shorts on, silly mommy, but he don't be having a shirt on, and he don't keep the camera up. The camera be going all the way down his, I don't know,
Abdomen. He be trying
yeah,
to
down
show
his
his
stomach,
muscles.
and I'm like, we ain't trying to see all that. We ain't trying to see all that. I love you, Edward. I
Yeah.
love you, but we need you to put some clothes on.
Like, yeah, you cute. Okay, you nice. Okay. Now back to business.
Hey, silly mommy, how you doing, silly mommy? That's one of our YouTubers. Silly Mommy has a channel, so make sure y'all check out Silly Mommy's channel. I think that's the only person so far besides Miss Sislo. Miss Sislo on the screen, she has a YouTube channel. Here's her link right here, Miss Sislo Newsworthy Updates. So make sure you check
Oh,
out
I
her
can
channel.
tell you, I finally, you know how you've been trying to get me to do a YouTube channel. I finally
Uh-huh.
came up with a concept.
Really? What?
Yeah, I had to talk to you about it later.
Okay, yeah, talk to me about it later. Yeah. I'll be trying to get all my friends to get a YouTube channel.
Well,
I mean, okay, let
it's,
me
it's
put it this way. All my friends who I think have something to give as far as like conversation wise, if they have a conversation piece, if they, I mean, people who are talented, cooks, chefs, hairdressers, you do nails. I really do be trying to get all my peeps. Or if you're just a good conversation piece, you know a lot about politics or a lot about, whatever, get a YouTube channel.
Your turn. I'm sorry. Hold on.
You see what
no,
Silly Mommy
mine is
said?
gonna be more. Uh-uh.
She said, yes, boo, get that channel on.
Oh, I'm gonna do
Yeah.
it. I'm gonna do it.
Yes, we YouTubers, we support each other. We sure do. We support each other. Hey, Melissa King, there go my other one. Make sure y'all hit her channel up too. If y'all need to know how to
Hello.
fix y'all credit, how to get y'all credit straight, if you work from home trying to make the best of your monies, if you're trying to start your own business, all that kind of tax help, you want to learn how to do your own taxes. I mean, that's what Miss Melissa does, and much more. She does much more. But yeah, make sure you
Hello,
check her
everybody.
channel
I'm
out too.
trying to catch up with the chat. I think I'm so far behind, but good
Girl,
evening, everybody. Hope everybody is blessed.
look who done
Happy
showed up.
Happy Good Friday to everybody.
I ain't never
It's
good. Never
Mr.
good.
Hot and Juicy.
How y'all doing?
Oh God. Oh Lord.
Ooh, it's the name for me. It's the name for me.
Girl,
He's
I'm
so
not dealing
creative
with
when
you.
it comes to the names.
I'm so
How you
not
doing?
dealing
How
with
you
him
doing, Miss
today.
Steve?
Hey, Curry.
Hey, Mrs. Lowe.
I'm
How you?
doing good.
You
Oh,
Good,
welcome,
good, good.
Melissa.
Hey, Mr. Hottie. The who's
Mr. Hot and Juicy.
mm.
See,
It's
see,
all it's
see,
all in
see.
the way
Taking
you
you
Mr.
far.
say it.
Juice.
Yes, it's
Mr.
all in the way you say
Juice.
it.
Juice.
But yeah. But Carmel Diva, you sent me that story earlier. So what do you think about that story?
You know, we had discussed Baby Girl last summer, and it was tragic. And that was the one where she went with the brother to his dad's house, and the dad is a registered sex offender. And not saying that he, you know, we don't know the circumstances of that, but we, you know, there's just no way that I would send my girl child, or you know, or any child really, to be alone with somebody who I know is a registered sex offender, and then my child comes up missing and you have no explanation as to
But
why,
see, I'm
but
confused.
the
And
other
help me,
child is completely fine.
right. But help me understand because I'm kind of confused about this whole sexual registry thing. So maybe y'all can help me out. But why is it okay for a parent to be on a sex registry because they done either assaulted or raped or something to a child? Why is it even okay for them to be around their own kids? And then, like you said, I get that the guy is the little girl's stepbrother's father. So I had said earlier before you got on the show that maybe it was one of those things where you know how little kids is. The little boy's going to see his dad, and his sister might have been like, "But I want to go. I want to go because I have brothers. I have kids who have different fathers. You know, my two sons got different dads.
Right,
So
right.
that was like not uncommon for them to be like, well, can I go with him? Can I go with him and his dad? And the other one, can I go with him? And the father's never had a problem with it.
Right.
But do you think it could have been something like that where the mom just was like, okay, that's her
And I
brother.
mean,
That's
I truly believe that. And I believe she thought that the daughter would have been safe. I
hmm
do think that. But
hmm
when my child comes up missing, and like I said, you have no, like, okay, let me backtrack. First of all, as far as the being on the sex registry, it could have been for any reason. He could have been 19 and dating a girl that was 16, about to be 17. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
It could
look
have
it
been
up.
something like that.
I'm gonna have to look it
It,
up.
it, he could, it could have been anything. But to I mean, it's just a bad look. It just sounds bad. And then like I said, the last communication that anybody had from her, she used that man's phone the night before she went missing. She texted
Right.
her mom, "Good night, I love you." And that was the last that anybody heard from her, allegedly.
Uh-huh.
And this beautiful little girl goes missing. The brother, apparently, he don't know nothing. And the dad, well, I didn't know nothing. I didn't know. No, you
hmm
knew. You are
Well,
the adult in the home. You are in charge. You should have been taking care and watching out for her.
hmm hmm
And my fear was, it was always that he had somebody over to that house,
hmm
and the little girl was so beautiful. He done sold her, or they done took her, and bless her heart.
Okay, let me stop you, babe. Let me stop you, babe, because I found the information. Okay. He is a registered sex offender because in 1990, when he was 18, he pleaded guilty to sexually abusing a 5-year-old girl. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison. The offense took place when he was 17. So he was 17 when he sexually abused a 5-year-old. Now,
Yeah,
as far as Briasia, the little girl who went missing from his house and 8 months later came up dead, they said that basically he's still a person of interest, of course. He's in
right.
jail because he's now charged with 3 counts of sex offender registration violations because he keeps not telling people where he lives. And
Mm-hmm.
each of those charges is a Class D felony that carries a prison sentence of 5 years. So basically, he could be facing like 15 years. And
Good.
on top of that, he he was charged with the on top of that he was charged because of having methamphetamines. He had like more than 200 grams of methamphetamines, and 1 count of delivery of more than 900 grams of methamphetamines. So that happened before the little girl went missing. He was trafficking drugs. So not only did he sexually assault a little girl, but he was also a drug trafficker. And I think all that together might be why he don't want to tell these people where he's living every time
Of
he
course
moves.
not. Now, not to play devil's advocate, but think about it. Once they're on that registry, it is hard for them to find a place to live that is not like by a park, by a school, by, some of those places.
Hey, Natalie Nolans, hey.
Hey, but at the same time, that's not our problem.
Right,
Your living situation is not society's issue. That's
right.
yours.
hmm
And, you know, it's, I think he didn't check in for two reasons. Like I said, the first was because of the location of where he was probably living, and then second, because he had it good where he was staying. He probably had all the access he wanted to little kids ripping and running. And then it's sad to say and to think about it, he might have been using his son to recruit people, little
Mm-hmm.
kids to come over.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He's not reporting where he lives.
And Edward, I did check my email and I'll respond to you later. But no, this is not the first, second, third, fourth, fifth time that I asked you to come on the screen with clothes on. We've been asking you that forever. Am I
Yeah,
wrong,
we have.
Carmeliva? But we
No,
keep
she's not wrong.
giving you the benefit of the doubt and
And we
allow you
can't
on
we're not
our
gonna get
platform.
struck down.
But we've been asking you this forever. So that is nothing more to it than that. I'm not gonna keep letting people come up here who ain't got no shirt on.
Love you, boo, but no.
And I don't want to block you from the channel, period, because I like, I appreciate your support, but
yes, silly mommy.
I'm
Yes,
not even gonna respond. I'm not even gonna respond to the email because it's pointless. So that's all I gotta say on that. And I ain't trying to call you out, but we did ask you several times to do that for us. And you keep ignoring our requests. So Karma Diva can tell you that. Miss Sislo knows that. We didn't talk about this many times. But anyway, go on, please, Karma Diva.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miss Sislo can co-sign that too. I don't know. Let me just leave it alone.
Yeah, leave it alone. We've addressed it and it's been addressed, and there's nothing else to say about that.
Yeah, there's nothing else to say. I don't understand why you just can't put a shirt on.
And you ain't even got it could be a button up, but it ain't gotta be buttoned up.
It could be it could be a tank top. It could be a mid shirt. I don't care. It could be a robe. Hell. I ain't trying to be rude, but if I keep asking somebody to do something over and over again and they keep ignoring my request, I mean, what do you want?
Girl.
Ain't nobody other YouTubers on here got people that walk on their show with no clothes on. It don't make no sense.
Tanya, you've explained yourself.
Huh?
You've explained yourself. You don't have
I explained myself, but now he coming at me in my inbox like on some crazy shit. I mean, on my email. That's why I said I don't want to block him because it's not even that serious. I asked you to put a shirt on. That's it. Like, just put a shirt on, and you can be up here all night. I don't understand. Okay.
You good, boo.
Can you hear
Just
me?
let them know respect is a two-way street. If you can't meet me in the middle, then turn the block, turn the corner.
Right, and it's not like we don't appreciate his commentary. I like having him on the channel. That's why we always let him on. But then I keep telling you, put a shirt on, and he don't want to. So that's why I didn't let him on tonight.
Well, tell him to skip to my loo on somewhere else. We gonna keep the party rolling.
Or maybe that's when you need to make your own YouTube channel and walk and be on it shirtless all the time. I don't know.
Okay, on a lighter note, is Miss Melissa still on here? Because I need to know what she meant by boodled up.
Yeah. She had answered you. She said that's an Alabama. Here it is. Wait. Oh, that's the response to my email. That's Alabama for is your hand still broken?
Oh yeah. I got Newcastle.
What did she call it? Buckled up? Book it?
I thought that was a new phrase of booed.
That's what I thought she meant.
I'm like, that's what got me in this position before, being all buckled and booed and tied down.
No, Curtis. Remember, Curtis, like a week or so ago when you had to get off the live because you had some company? I thought that's what she was saying. Was you still booed up from then? That's what I thought.
That's what I thought. I thought I was getting another offer. I was like, hey, Miss Cisco's gonna jack you up.
You had a victim/volunteer show up.
You know what?
She's still mad at you for breaking up with her.
We can't never make it through an episode. Never. Always.
You don't listen. That's your problem.
Ooh,
Look,
I
Deborah
just said.
Cox and RL, y'all can't be friends, okay?
I got
I ain't trying to be your friend.
issues already.
I'm trying to get somebody to come feed me this salad because doing it with this hand ain't working.
Mm-mm.
Need some help. SOS 911. Emergency.
You need help, but we are not equipped to help you.
Oh, some of y'all are. Right, Miss Sizzler? How you doing?
Oh,
How you doing?
wow.
Where's my pen? Wait a minute.
Wow.
Hey,
Oh, I got a subject. I heard somebody put up a thing talking about there's possibly gonna be a Bud Pacquiao fight June 5th.
Yes, I saw that. Go ahead.
What?
Abu Dhabi.
Yep.
Me and my sister looked up prices. Flights are only 15. You know, anybody saved that stimmy, they got a flight, and hotels is cheap. Talking about less than $100 a night for a Marriott.
Where's Abu Dhabi at?
The United Emirates, other side of the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, it'll be in June.
But
Cool.
come on now.
And
put that stimmy money away.
Yeah, put that stimmy money up.
Quit buying this BS. Get you a not a permit. What do they call it? A passport.
Passport.
See the rest of this damn world.
Hold on.
If I get one,
you
I'm going to Hawaii. I'm going to Hawaii to see my niece.
What is
she had me cracking up the other day on live when I called her.
I've never been on a vacation, and I've never been out of the country.
Hey, Mel.
Other than
I've been on vacation. Hey, but I've never been out the country.
Hello.
Never.
I came on to say buckled up for y'all.
Oh, thank you. I was going to ask you to. Say it again. Say it again.
She came to tell y'all how to say it right.
Right. He all buckled up.
Uh-huh.
I was just reading the comments. I'm like, yeah, come on.
Let me play this video real quick for because Curtis was just discussing Bud. Okay, we don't want to hear that. Skip ad.
Mm-hmm.
Can we skip? It won't let me click it.
Sound personal.
Oh my God! Come on.
You keep this up, I'm gonna take my shirt off.
Okay. Now they said that the legendary Pac-Man 42 made history in 2009 when he became the oldest welterweight world champion ever by winning the WBA super welterweight. Terrence Crawford is in talks for the biggest fight of his career to date. Crawford, 33, who has held the WBO strap since 2017, could now put it on the line against the Filipino icon in the Middle East. Promoters Top Rank have allegedly told ESPN and In Demand they want June 5th to be put on hold for the Crawford versus Pacquiao 62-7, the 239 knockouts bout. They said it'll be a huge coup for Bob Arum if he can get the contract signed. Crawford's promoter, who used to represent Pacquiao, also. Oh, he did? I didn't know that. But he said he's been trying to get the two men to go round and round for a very long time.
I'm there for it.
Man.
I mean, not there personally, but I'm going to be watching. Trust me.
They say, I mean, I have faith in Bud, just because he's from here, our hometown. But I keep hearing I done heard a lot of people say for a long time that he cannot handle Pacquiao. So how do you feel about that, Curtis, Karma Diva, anybody?
I think Pacquiao, I mean, for his age, and I think he still may have pack a punch, but I don't think that he's going to be as effective as he once was.
He sure looked like he
And
still got it on that video, but you never know. He messing
yeah,
with
he
Bud.
was fighting himself.
He messing
He
with
fighting himself to
Bud.
look good.
402 Revenue said,
And
Karma Diva, what's the haps on the craps?
what's up, bruh? I promise I was just thinking about you this morning. And I said I was gonna call you, and me and my son got busy doing stuff, and I didn't get a chance to do it, but you were on my mind this morning.
Miss National said,
Hope
Tanya,
all
no
is
way
well
they
with
want to
yourself.
come up with no shirts on. That's disrespectful. Thank you, Natalie Nolans. I was trying to be real nice about it for a long time. I'm sorry, we interrupted you, Karma Diva. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm used to it. No, I'm just fine.
My bad. My bad.
But yeah, I had thought about 402 Revenue, and you know how it is. You think about somebody, and then you get busy, and stuff start happening, and it ain't that you totally forgot about them. You just kind of got busy.
Yeah.
But I think this fight, I think is gonna be a damn good fight.
I think I need to play some bets on Bud. I ain't never gambled on no fights. I think I need to gamble.
I don't know, Buzz.
I ain't either.
I think Buzz becoming a little bit too big in the head. I love him dearly. I'll always support him. But his last couple of fights, he's had a little bit of arrogance in there, kind of makes you think, he's taking a couple of shots that I'm like, I don't know if I can still be confident that this is going to be okay.
Yeah.
Kind of makes me wonder,
I've heard a lot of people say that he's not the fighter that everybody think he is.
I heard that
and
before too.
What's Bud's last name?
And I'm like, Crawford.
Okay. It's Terrence Bud Crawford. Bud is his nickname.
Okay.
And he's from here. He's from Omaha, Nebraska, born and raised. Undefeated welterweight. But I heard that too, Karma Diva, and I heard for a long time that he's really not fighting. I mean, not fighting, but he's really not fighting nobody. That's what people keep saying. And I'm not a boxer. I'm not very knowledgeable in that area. I only watch like certain people just to be watching because I'm at my house or it's a party. Yeah, but I just don't just be ordering fights like some people do and following that shit. So I don't know, but that's something that like when people want to hate on him, especially if they're not from here, that's the first thing they say is he ain't really fighting nobody. And everybody keeps saying if he really wanted to fight somebody, he would fight Pacquiao. They've always brought his name up. So I don't know. But I'm still going,
I'm a Bud fan. I'm still a Bud fan. I'm still gonna watch and support.
Yep, still a Bud fan.
My question is this though. I wonder why they're doing it in the United Emirates. I wonder if it's about that money because Pac originally wanted an astronomical amount of money.
Oh.
Well, he's supporting the whole damn. He's supporting the whole damn nation, so of course he does.
Yeah. But last I heard, Pacquiao wanted like 50 or 100 million in order to fight Bud. He wanted a number that just was ridiculous.
What?
Now is that if he win?
No, that's probably just the fight.
That's just a show.
In the ring,
100 million
purses are set, and it's
just think about it. He wants to.
Doesn't matter whether you win or lose. You get it just for showing up.
Exactly.
And see, he probably wants that. Think about it. He fighting Bud, and yeah, we think Bud is, famous and on top, but to him, Bud ain't nobody. Just like we saying nobody. He done fought Mayweather. He done fought the top. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's why I said. And that's why I said I
he
would
wants
never
that kind of money just to show.
Yeah. And that's why I said I would never say that he ain't fought nobody because I don't know. I don't follow boxing like that, but that's just what I keep hearing, that he ain't really fought nobody. So now that he's about to get in the ring with Pacquiao, I guess in this sense, people is like going to put their money where their mouth is. Is that how they say it? or mouth where your money is? Foot in the mouth, you
No,
know?
you
Something.
said it right the first time.
How about
You had
buccal?
it right.
How about buccal?
All I heard was about putting something in the mouth. What are we talking about?
We talking
Oh
about buccal.
Lord.
Mel, where you
It's
at?
buckled. It's buckled.
See, you gotta say B-U-C-K. You had B-O-O. We up here like booed up. Is she trying to say booed?
It's
No,
buckled.
well, technically the C shouldn't be in there. It's buckled up.
So buckled up mean you broke your hand or you broke something?
You just beat up.
Oh, okay.
Like if something happened to you and they were in a car accident, oh, he got all buckled up.
Oh, okay. I never heard that before, but like you said, that's an Alabama thing. Southern
Yeah,
drawl.
you got to come to the South to hear about people getting buckled up.
I'm telling you, one day, where did Carmel Diva go?
Oh, come on now. You know how she is. Her connection
One
is
day
going
we're
in
gonna
and
have
out
to
so,
take a
so
trip down
different and
there.
right back.
You know, I
Yeah.
already want to go see Deanna. You know that, right? I already want to go down there, but we gotta see you too.
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
probably not
breaking
more than
news.
2 hours from Deanna, probably. Because she says
I got
she's
breaking news,
close
y'all.
to Tuscaloosa.
Oh, hold up. Carmel Diva said breaking news. What happened, Carmel Diva?
You know how adamant I have been about not getting the COVID vaccine. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna sign up for it.
You gonna sign up for it?
Yeah.
What changed your mind?
I got a lot of health issues,
Oh, okay.
and I mean a lot, and I have been resistant. My doctor, he's a good doctor, but he's also a good friend of mine, and he kind of ran me through the ringer. So he was like, "You should have been the first one in line," and I'm like, "Okay."
Oh,
And then
man.
I gave my reasons for not doing it, and he was like, "No, them is just excuses." No, it's not.
402 revenue, I refuse to answer that question.
But ain't that what they say down there? We gonna make groceries.
I've never heard that before.
Never, but that's what they say down south.
I've heard that. To make groceries?
Yeah, when you go to the grocery store, instead of we going to the grocery shop or whatever, they say we going to make groceries.
They don't say it here.
I've heard that from my folks in Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, Arkansas.
They going to make groceries. No, we don't do that one.
Well, I guess it just all depends. I know back in the day, way back in the day, I know that was a very popular saying.
Well, you know what I think is funny, a lot of older people still say, like, I don't care if you live like 5 minutes away from the mall or whatever. If they going somewhere to shop, they going to town. It sounds like something from Little House on the Prairie. We going to town.
Yes.
I'm like, you talking about like 5 minutes down the road? They ain't like they gonna walk 5 miles to go shopping. Oh yeah, we said cheering.
Yeah, we gonna take 402. We gonna take 402 with us. We gonna bring 402 to your house.
Cheering, chilling. Get them
We gonna bring 402 down south to the Dirty Mill. Come on, 402, let's go.
Where is 402?
He's here. That's our homeboy.
Oh, okay.
So you took your first shot naturally.
Yeah, that's our area code 402. That's one of them. That's the original. That's the original Omaha area code. They done added a few more in the past like 10 or so years, but yeah, 402 is like our,
That's the main one.
Okay, well, I won't hold it against him since he in Omaha. He don't know about the Southerners.
Yeah, he been on the show before. He didn't click the link several times. But he don't get on here that much.
Oh, okay.
But
I think he got a girlfriend now.
What? Oh, so 402 revenue, you cheating on me? I heard you got a girlfriend.
I think he got a girlfriend now.
He busy getting booed
That's
up.
why he don't come see us no more. He don't even call and check on us no more.
I'm on here too. He don't need to see me like that. Come on now.
What?
I'm on here too.
402 revenue. So you got a girlfriend? Are you booed up over there? Is that why you don't come
No,
visit us no
he
more?
buckled up over there. He buckled up over there.
See, we ain't had no parties in a long time. I wonder if I threw a party, would he slide on us?
You know he
Slide
would.
on y'all. So, Carmel Diva, when you getting your shot?
I don't know. I haven't signed up yet. I was reading about them today and reading about the efficacy of it and the 2 shots versus the 1, how people are doing as far as reactions to them, as far as long term.
Well, let me tell you this, and I'm not trying to sway you one way or the other, but I had my first shot 2 days ago. 2 days ago? What's today? Friday? Yeah. I had my first shot Wednesday. And Wednesday night I got real tired when I got home. And then yesterday? Yeah, yesterday kicked my ass. I feel like I had the flu. Every symptom I could have, I feel like I had it. But it
See,
only
and that's
lasted
the
for about
last thing
24
I
hours.
need.
That's what I
I
heard. Like it hits
already,
like the next day.
I
But
already
he
have
already booked up
extreme
anyway.
fatigue.
Really? Really?
With me having fibromyalgia and nerve problems, in addition to the diabetes and all of that, I already have extreme fatigue. So that's like the last thing that that I want or need. But I mean, if it's going to protect me and I'm going to be able to go out and to actually interact with my family the way that I usually do, to be able to, try to have some sense of normalcy, then I'm that, and my auntie who I know would have never, she was like me, she was so adamant against this shot. And she was like, I done went and got it. I'm finna get my second one. I was like, what?
Well, I will
Like,
say this: my parents got their second ones last Thursday, and from what I've heard from like my friends, the first one you may have some side effects, but mostly the second one is where people were really like feeling bad in the next couple of days. But my parents haven't had any issues, and my dad's he's diabetic, CHF, COPD, all the ABCs. So he's doing all right. But
I want to know what's up with the
everybody,
tea and crumpets. I'm sorry. Did he
everybody.
talk to
I
you
don't
or
even
you or
know.
me, Carmel Diva?
He was saying it me, but I
Okay.
don't know. I didn't know nothing about no tea and crumpets.
I don't
I think
either.
he sent that invitation to somebody
I
else.
think he did. He talking about he's single. The ladies and raise their standards even higher during this pandemic.
He is stupid.
How have we
I'm gonna
raised
sit
our
here.
standards? How have we asked you to
I'm gonna put
sanitize
this out
more?
here. I'm
Are
gonna
they
put
asking
this
you to
out
Trying to keep
here.
their
sanitize
standards
more or
down.
what?
My
Do they want
brother,
you to wear a
don't do
mask during sex? I mean, what? What's
that.
They gotta make groceries if they coming over.
Mm,
they're like, we can only
don't.
be around each other if we 6 feet apart, even on a date at the movies.
Oh Lord, don't get
Oh,
him started.
I want to
Do not.
know. Now, Miss Naturally Nola said she took ibuprofen as soon as she made it to the house. I was really tired as soon as I received the shot. I'm scared to take it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm being the chicken foot, but I will. I'm going to do it. I'm just scared. I keep hearing all these horrible things. Like Curtis said, he was tired. He felt like he had the flu, but some people, they just be going through it like for real. Like they be feeling like they got the whole Rona.
Hey,
Let's
Deanna.
do. Let's go together, sis. We should. You
Hey,
know what? We could broadcast that.
hey, Deanna on 30,000. What up, home girl?
Yeah, I just left from over on her side playing tubity.
Yeah, I was over her side earlier, but then I had to get ready for my show. Did you tell Josh that I want a prize on GP? I know I didn't enter the raffle, but just because I want a prize on GP.
And they gave
Shoot.
away a nice one tonight. That safe, that fireproof safe, that was nice.
See, I don't
Not
never win
Ooh, I would
anything.
have needed
What are
that
y'all
one.
talking about?
Deanna Irwin. Deanna, jump on the screen.
She
Our
does a
homegirl, we was just
raffle.
talking about going to see her in Mississippi. That's Deanna that stay in Mississippi.
Oh yeah, we talked to her then.
Yep, we talked her up. Oh, he hear me? She said he in the
I
yeah,
seen
tell
her. I watched
Josh.
her show. I don't say nothing, but I'll be when y'all pop up in my news feeds and stuff. I'll be watching y'all shows. So
Yeah,
don't think I
Deanna got
don't.
2 channels, y'all. Deanna is Deanna Irvin. That's like her everyday channel. But then sometimes when Deanna gotta take it from 0 to 30,000, that's when she be on the that's when she be on the Deanna Irvin on 30,000. So she got 2 channels. But yeah. She's cool as heck. So how many YouTubers we got in here now? We got Nettie B. Jump in the chat, Nettie B. Hold up. Is that Deanna? Come on through, Deanna.
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Hey, the hood type. I was in here, girl. I heard y'all talking about coming to Mississippi. I was listening on Josh's phone. He came in before I did. I was trying to go and look on my channel and stuff.
Well,
But
Deanna, did you know what "booked up" meant when I said it?
who
You in the South, if you hear somebody all booked up, you know what that means?
book it up? With a woman, a man, or something?
No,
See, she thought the
you
same
sound
thing
like
we
See,
did.
same thing
you
we
sound
thought.
like Tanya. When we
See?
say booked up, that means you done got beat up real bad. You all booked up.
Uh,
Mm.
See,
I'm gonna
no, but
need
I heard
y'all.
Tanya talk
Look,
about some making some grocery. Tanya, we don't make no
I ain't never
groceries.
heard that.
Them
Have you
old
heard that?
folks make groceries.
Well, that's what I
I
said.
heard some older people say
I
it.
said back in the
I
day.
ain't never heard it.
I said back in the day they used to say that all the time.
But them people in Mississippi say they going to town, Deanna. If they going shopping, we finna go to town.
They used to, yeah.
they
Folks
going
still say it
uptown.
here, honey.
They don't
Yeah,
have no
because a lot
downtown.
of
They
them,
always go uptown.
yeah, they
They
go, yeah. Well,
they say it
downtown or
like
uptown, well, we know downtown is like for the cities, uptown is for the country.
well
We
they
They
just
go
say
uptown
go.
and it be look. They
They
go
just say
uptown and
going
it
to
be
town.
they go up. You go uptown with them and it be be 4 stop signs and a flashing light in the middle of
Oh
look,
wow.
Look,
It
that's
used to be now.
I'm
Now,
finna say it. You
look
they
send me
in
growing
the
a
one.
lot,
Christmas
but yeah.
look in the Christmas tinsel from 1972.
Girl.
Well, I'm from still ain't got but one traffic light.
Well, I
Oh
ain't never been
shit!
to Alabama or only been like a hop, skip, and a jump inside of the border of Mississippi. So I do want to visit. Yeah, because like our family is from Memphis, so they're like right
Okay.
there on
Oh
the.
yeah.
Like we left
Yeah.
their house one day and went to like the dollar store, and they was like, "We in Mississippi." I'm like, "Huh? Well,
Yeah.
we're across the street. What you
I'm only 3 hours from Memphis. Yeah, we get to
mean?"
Memphis right really quick.
And how far you say you from Tuscaloosa?
I'm right next door to Tuscaloosa. I'm like 5 minutes from Alabama where I stay at. So Tuscaloosa probably about 30 or 40 minutes from me.
Yeah, so it's probably about an hour and 45 minutes because it takes us
Yeah.
about an hour and 15 to get to Tuscaloosa.
Yeah. You know
Yeah,
where
real
Gordo
cool.
is, right? On the other side of Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, we used to play
I'm a
Gordo and football.
yeah, I'm like 5 minutes from Gordo.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got a good friend that live down there in Tuscaloosa. No, she lives in Birmingham now. She went to school in Tuscaloosa.
Now I went to
Yeah.
college in Birmingham.
Yeah, we used
Y'all
to
real
party in
close.
Birmingham.
Y'all real close. See, so would I go to Mississippi first, then drive to Alabama, or vice versa?
I don't know, depending
It
on how
depends
you
on where you
come.
coming from.
Yeah.
Omaha, you coming out west, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
You
you'll
would
come
hit
to
Mississippi
Mississippi
first.
first.
Okay. See, I can't be driving
Mm-hmm.
though, because that boy, I can't drive no more. I drove for years on long trips. I had to fly down there. So where would I fly in?
Tupelo.
Tupelo, Mississippi. Okay.
Tupelo,
Yeah.
Mississippi.
Elvis is hometown.
You said who hometown?
Elvis.
Oh,
Well,
Elvis.
Birmingham, well, yeah.
That's
Oh,
where
It
he was
depends. Well,
born.
she could go, yeah, she could go to Birmingham.
But
Oh,
yeah,
she'll have to go. Birmingham is further than us in Tupelo, though. It's 2 hours. Tupelo do got an
but
airport.
Birmingham ain't but like 45 minutes from Tuscaloosa though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I'm about to fly down there. Me and Dan make a road trip.
Yeah.
Mm.
Come on, honey.
I'm trying to
You
get
know I
Carlos
don't
to
mind
come
jumping
down
in the
there
car and
too.
driving. We've been
Look,
roll
Dion,
down on Melissa so quick.
show us some of that southern hospitality.
See, I can do
Okay.
the short field trips. I can do like the 2, 3, 4 hours, but that 8, 9, 12, 11, 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Now
can
Yeah,
see
my
that.
body
10.
I can't
can't
do
do
it
that
no
no
more.
more. I have literally driven across this country, north,
Mm-hmm.
south, east,
Yep.
west, and I can't do it no more.
Yep.
I
Yep.
can't do it.
I
When we
think the
went to
furthest.
Chicago, we got up there in a snap. It was like boom, we was there. It didn't fade us, I guess, because we had drove so much back and forth.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. I
I
think
think
from
the
here
furthest
to
I had to do was like 14 hours,
It's gonna
maybe.
rain on my birthday,
oh
of
no.
course.
From Omaha to Chicago, ain't it like 8 hours, Karma Diva?
Yeah.
6.5.
6.5? Yeah, it's about
Seven.
6.5.
Like the work.
Yeah, because we used to drive back and forth to Chicago all the time, way back in the day. But
It used to be 8 hours, but they don't move the speed limits up and stuff.
yeah, because I remember the first time we went, I think it was like 8 hours the first time we went.
The one and only time I went to Chicago was a trip from hell. I might have to tell that one day.
Oh, please do. Please tell. Please tell.
Yeah, I've
Oh
only
my
been to
god.
Chicago once myself.
Well, I got family in Chicago. I go to Chicago all the time.
Yeah, I just came from up there.
My trip to Chicago was not a pleasure trip, and it was.
Mine
Oh
do.
god.
Mine do. I don't get eat good food, honey.
Man,
Talk
I definitely
mess.
was not on the good side of town. Let me say that.
Oh, we always stayed on the
Well, that
ghetto. We always stayed on the hood side of town because it was my youngest son's father's family, and they stayed right in the hood where you just be seeing people dealing drugs right in front of you.
Mhm.
I mean, people
Hell, we
walking
drove down the
around.
street and stopped at a stop sign, and we had motherfuckers come swarm in the car to sell us weed. And
yeah.
they had the little itty bitty baggies. You know how like you would get like a little piece of jewelry in them little baggies.
well,
They
they didn't
had them.
up
Yeah,
their
nickel
game
bags.
now, girl. They got the nice little packages now, honey, like the store bought. They didn't up their game, child.
Man,
They had little trees on like little fir trees. That's what it was. But it wasn't full of fir. It wasn't full of pine needles. When they say that. Uh, I
I
mean,
heard you fussing about
but
them
you know what?
dispensaries.
One time we went to Chicago and they was fighting this lady and this man. She was trying to drag him out his car. You know, you run up on somebody's car, you just try to pull the door open, try to snatch him out. She kept trying to do that. She was swinging on him, punching on me. Man, we right there front and center. I'm recording like I always do. And
Okay.
I mean, she tagged him through the window. And next thing we know, like an hour later, here he come through the alley running with a bat. He commenced to beating the shit out of her. We was right
Oh
there standing
Lord.
front center. And I'm still recording as usual. Man, I mean, Chicago, to some people that might not have been fun, but being that we would be up all night just watching the craziest shit. And I'm like, these people is crazy up here in
You know,
Okay.
Chicago.
that made me think about that scene from Friday. Remember when that lady was out there beating the shit out of that man's car? And
Yeah.
he was in there getting a haircut. And he kept asking about the car. And he like, wait a minute, that's my car.
oh, in the barber shop.
Yeah.
And she was like,
Yep.
oh, I got the wrong card. Oh.
She like, my bad.
Steve
But the
Austin.
address, Silly Mommy said what side of town was that? I know the
We was
address
on
where
the
we
south
hung out
side.
at. I don't know. I
We
don't
was
know. It was
I was off
Augusta
of Cicero
Boulevard.
Avenue. I can
Yeah,
tell
we
you
was
I
that.
right there
love
too.
Cicero
Cicero.
Avenue.
I love 79th and Houston. I love 83rd Green. I love the hood and I love
We
Chicago.
was
I'm just
on
saying.
we was on 50th and Augusta Boulevard. And it was right by Cicero because we passed Cicero every time we left the house. So I know Cicero is probably like 8-10 blocks away. But yeah, we stayed on Augusta and it was like so hood. But it was like, you
No,
know, when
we
you
was
raised in
3
the hood,
blocks
it's
from
like nothing. Like
Cicero.
people would think like every time we go to Chicago, like they would not let me go in the middle of the night wherever I wanted, like his family, my
No.
boyfriend's family. And I'm like, what the fuck you mean? No, you gotta be with one of us. And I used to smoke cigarettes back then. So sometimes I'll be in the middle of the night. I want to go get me some cigarettes because I'm out. No, you gotta wait till I'll be sitting there waiting on people, and I'll just jump up in my shit and I'll just go and I'll be driving till I find me a liquor store. Then they be blowing up my phone. Where you at? What you doing? Come back. I'm like, I know Chicago a little worse than Omaha, but back then they called us Little Chirac. So it was like,
Man,
okay, ain't
my
nothing in y'all hood scares me.
my family live on 64th and Wentworth. I went there every summer as a kid. I try and get there every summer now. And
Hmm.
trust me, I've seen just about everything down in that hood.
Yep. I
Any
love
place,
Chicago.
what they say, any place where there's an MLK Boulevard, MLK whatever, is one of the
Yeah,
worst places
Right.
there is. Man,
that's true.
there was a
And that's
college right
true.
down the street.
Yep, there was a college right down the street, and if we
Yep.
drove like from where we was, if we drove like 15 minutes straight down the street, we would hit the
No,
where
the
Bulls
college was
play,
a
where the
block and a
Bulls
half from
play.
my family's house. That
Yeah,
college
we
was a
were.
block and a half
No,
from the
we
house.
wasn't far from
Yep.
Midway Airport.
Mhm.
And
Oh, that's a nice hood.
the shit,
What's over there where
it,
the
wa-
Cabrini Greens
it
used to
wasn't in
be?
1997. It wasn't.
Where's the Cabrini Greens used to be? I mean, what's there
That was on
now?
the
Ain't
north
that where
side.
the okay?
That's near the baseball field, ain't it?
Yes, I'm telling you, we used to be all over the place in that city. Like they be trying to tell us, no, you got to go with somebody. You need an escort. Shit. I just be driving through Chicago like I live there.
Last time I was
Mm-mm.
at Cabrini Green, I think that was in 2000 and oh Lord, 2003, and it was one building left, and them niggas was still there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just watched the documentary. Nobody wanted to leave. Nobody.
Yep.
As
No,
much danger as they were presenting to themselves and others, they didn't want to
Mhm.
leave.
Yep.
But
yeah,
on the flip
one
side, I get
building.
it because of gentrification, because they tear it down.
That
Now,
was just
where are
like
these
Karma
people gonna
Diva.
go?
That was just like the down on 24th Street,
Right. So,
the
like, you
They
tear
project.
it
went
down.
out to
So,
Calumet. That's where they at.
where these people gonna go? Where they
Mhm.
gonna go? And then when they do build new housing, the people can't afford it.
Yep.
Nope.
Silly mommy, we always went there in our regular cars. We never had no trouble, and we had Omaha, Nebraska plates on our car. We would take like 3, 4 cars. We would be deep. We'd
Hell,
be
I
like
got
a
my
caravan.
license plate stolen here in Alabama. I ain't got to go to
Well, I
Chicago to
got
get
mine still. I was at work. I was inside work. I went outside. I was like,
Here.
okay, yeah.
I just think that's the
That's when I.
craziest thing. I'm like, you gonna steal a daggone license plate?
You know what? I remember once upon a time back in the day when people used to
Once upon a
lie and
what?
say, once upon a time back in the day when people used to lie and say their stickers were stolen off their cars, and they would
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
get
and you
new
can go get it
stickers,
for 10
and then
bucks.
they would get new stickers, then they would sell them to whoever wanted them. Y'all ever hear about that kind of
Hmm.
stuff? Did that
Yep.
only
No,
happen here in
you.
Omaha?
Yeah, I know folks
I never.
will go get a
Mm-mm.
sticker for an old car and put it on a new one.
Uh huh. Yep.
But people be yeah, you would have. I knew some people that had plugs inside the DMV.
Oh yeah. What about the
Yeah.
people who used to be able to write you fake insurance so you can go get your plate?
Oh man, I used to love them people.
Man,
Have y'all ever
Honey,
had to
if
have
you had a
insurance?
printer in your house, you was it, honey.
man,
Mm.
that's that hood shit. Yeah, we gotta have insurance to get our place, Mel.
But have y'all? Has it always been that way? Because it's only been like that in
Yeah,
Yeah.
Alabama for
it's
the
it's always been that
last.
way.
I
It's always
think
been
we.
that way, and it's gotten to the point now where the insurance companies turn it into the state, so they
Yep,
already
Mm,
got it on record. So don't go there
yep.
acting like you got a fake or whatever.
And don't get
You ain't
pulled
got it. You ain't
over.
got it.
Don't get
do they
pulled over
take
and
you
try
to
to
jail?
tell us you got insurance because it's already in the system.
But you know what? When I was living in North Carolina, I didn't realize it, but there, if you don't have car insurance, they take your ass to jail. So I didn't got pulled over and couldn't find. Well, I ain't had no insurance, but my car was
Hey, Miss
still
Deborah.
registered in
Now we don't get
Alabama.
taken to jail, but you will
I
get a
love
ticket.
Melissa.
You'll
Melissa
get a
said,
ticket.
I couldn't find it now, babe. I ain't had none.
I ain't had no insurance.
You don't want to buy no cars here though, because our taxes are so high. It's like $100 on every 1,000.
You know who was high when I lived in Florida? It was ridiculous. Like insurance that I could get here on a vehicle for like $100 is $300 down there.
Well, ours is 100 on every 1,000. So if you get a $10,000 car, your place is 1,000.
Every
So
year?
no. Just the first time, and then it drops
okay.
down. Like the first year it might be 1,000, the next year it might be 300, the next year it might be 200,
Well,
100.
it ain't gonna drop that much in a year.
Yeah.
No,
It ain't
I
gonna
just
drop that
couldn't
much in a
believe
year.
the insurance rates were so high down there because I was used to paying. I had
Why
two
you
cars.
find-
One was fully covered and one was liability. And when I was living in South Carolina, that might have cost me like $125. I
Well,
moved down here to Florida.
I didn't have my place drop like that. Like the last car I bought was 9,000, and so it was like 900. Then it went down to like 3 something, and then my last one only had a car for a couple of years, and my last one I just paid was 160.
Mm.
And last year I paid like 3 something. So yeah, it goes down quite a bit after the first round. But it also depends if you pay like 3, 4, 5, 10,000 for your place, or yeah. But I try not to go over. I try not to go over 10,000 when I buy a car, because our taxes here is just ridiculous. And then the price of the trucks or the
Hello,
cars when they
Ocean
come
Roof
off the lot,
75.
they aren't even worth that much in the beginning, in the first place. As soon as you drive the car off the lot, it depreciates like half the damn
Right.
value down there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I said I probably never get a brand new car.
That's what I'm saying. I only bought I bought one once. I bought a brand new car once, and it got totaled out 2 years later. And ever since then, my cars usually be like 4, 5 years old, around that area.
Yeah.
Because it depreciated. That car cost $22,000, and then like a year later, it was like worth like 16 or some shit like that.
Well, since I done moved back closer to the country, like you can get a good used car by some, like maybe some old folks had it and they only drove it to church on Sunday. So
Them the best
it
ones.
probably ain't got
There's
no
no
miles
mileage
on
on
it
them.
hardly. And you can get them cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Honey,
What
I
up,
know a
Ocean
girl that
Roof?
bought a car with $25 worth of pennies doing that, honey.
Mhm.
And we rode that car to the club every chance it crunk up.
You
No,
said
my last
$25
car,
worth of
I rode
pennies.
that last car to the wheels literally fell off. My last car, I brought it brand new. Well, no. I brought my other car before that one was brand new. The one before my truck was like a year old, and I kept it for 11 years. And then that's when I got my truck, like a couple of years ago. But I will keep a car, I'm telling you, till the wheels fall off.
Me too.
I do too.
Me too, honey. I don't be wanting
I'm
about
getting
no
a new one
car.
every 6 months. I don't care what y'all say.
That's
Do
how
you?
Hell,
some people. I do
my
know
little
some
scooter
people who are
booty.
like that, Curtis. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
say
I mean, my
I ain't
little
gonna
scooter
say how
booter
they be
out
doing it.
there is a '06. My little scooter booter is a '06. I got it in 2012, and it's still running just as clean and smooth.
Yep.
And my son already said that's his car. I said, okay.
Shoot. Ocean Roof talking about our roads. Deanna and Mel, they roads down south probably better than our roads. Our roads up here
They
is straight.
usually are.
No,
Yeah, because
ma'am.
like,
No,
I don't
ma'am.
know.
Our roads be having to buy tires and mufflers and everything. These are raggedy ass
Baby,
roads.
if your car ain't got stuck in a hole and I mean
Honey.
a pothole, there have been cars that have just sank into holes here.
Yep.
I think
Girl,
it just depends on where you live here, because like where I'm
They
at now, we
just
don't have
don't
no
take care
bad
of our
roads.
streets. And that's why they keep
they
trying to get rid
don't.
of our mayor, because we pay $100 on 1,000 for license plates. But
Right.
our
That's what
streets,
I'm waiting on.
People pay an average of $1,000 of maintenance on their cars from the potholes.
Hell, we got car tax, sales tax, wheels tax.
Wheels tax.
It's
And they
like,
can't fix the road.
Nope.
Hey,
They
I
put
don't
the
pay
uh-uh.
wheel
street
tax.
shit.
I don't pay wheel
And
tax.
it's like, wait a minute.
I ain't with y'all.
It's like, wait a minute. Wheel tax, you charging me because my car got wheels? Ain't that
Are you
motherfucker supposed to have
serious?
wheels?
Mel, they put that cheap black shit in there.
Wheel
What is it
tax?
called? No, what's that stuff in the
Yeah.
streets? That tar? Is it tar? They put like
Asphalt.
that asphalt.
They
But
use the
Yeah.
asphalt is actually, because see, down south, they use a lot of asphalt, which is a good thing to me because they mix. Their streets don't look
But see,
nothing
they
like
don't be
ours and they ride smoothly.
But see, they don't tear up the streets every wintertime with the plows either.
Yeah,
I
the
think that
plows
makes
and
a
all
lot
the
of
That's
sense
salt
why
and
because
our
we
stuff.
don't
streets
get no
are
snow
jacked
and
up.
stuff.
And the stuff that they're using on our streets doesn't work. But every wintertime, the plows and the salt tear the holes that's already
Yeah.
there that's getting bashed up. They make them bigger and bigger, and they keep putting the same shit in them holes.
Right, they wait till it hit 20 degrees and then they come literally throw a
Mhm.
shovel full of asphalt in there and keep rolling.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I've heard that salt can damage
It's
cars.
horrible. It's
Oh, that
horrible.
salt will fuck your car up in the streets, girl. But it's the only thing that really effectively works on
Right.
that
No.
ice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the thing about the Midwest, the snow, the ice. Oh. But you know, it's shit
Midwest.
everywhere. Whether you're down south, west, east, north,
Yeah, you
you're
gonna
gonna deal
have
with some
something.
type of
Right.
Yeah, because see, y'all season is coming up down south, and I can't do it. That's the that somebody done stole my breath season. You
What's
walk
on tornado
outside,
season?
Wasn't that like 2 weeks
you
ago? Deanna and them was dealing with some severe
I
tornadoes
was
in
gonna
Mississippi.
say we've
oh
been
yeah,
we've
they
been
get
getting tornadoes for the last 3 weeks, right? You know,
Yep.
right around us. Cause I know last week was my daughter's birthday, and they were out of school because they shut the schools down because of the tornadoes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
oh really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It
they
gets
get
bad.
them bad down there.
It gets, and actually, my birthday is Sunday. I was born during a tornado.
But y'all
Hey,
don't have basements,
Aries
right?
babies, mine's is Tuesday. Hey,
Hey.
Y'all don't have basements, right?
Yeah, we do. Some houses have basements here.
Oh, okay.
Ours don't, but some of them do.
Okay. See, I didn't know that house. I thought most houses down south did not have basements.
It just depends.
Okay.
You know, on how, but yeah, a lot of my relatives and stuff have basements. So
Oh,
my
okay.
parents,
Okay.
yeah.
And hey, Deborah, fam, bam. I don't know if I spoke to you or not, but hey, how you doing, love? Revenue set 402 revenue talking about Harold's Chicken on South 87th Street. I think I've been there. I think they got some good chicken, don't they?
What are we talking about chicken all of a sudden for? Just random?
I don't know, but see, he talking about chicken and he's vegan now. Talking about we need to go vegan, no more meat. After I done bought like $100 over for meat today for Sunday.
who going vegan? No,
No, 402 revenue is vegan now.
Well, that's good for him, but I ain't doing that shit.
Right. I know he told me, he said, no more meat, Tanya. You can't have no more meat. I'm like, shit. That's
Well,
what you said about sex. You saw how that went.
Define what you mean by me.
You hear me, Carmen? I said, that's what he said about sex. He told me I couldn't have no more sex. And I said, you see how that went?
What kind of meat you talking about?
He talking about all meat, Karma Diva.
Oh no, he's sick in the head.
Here's his he said we vegan, so we need to start switching the kitchen skills up.
Who is we? You speaking as a singular.
Because I was talking about what I'm cooking. I had gave a rundown. I had gave a rundown on what I'm cooking for Easter. And he said, no, we need to switch the kitchen skills up and learn how to make vegan food.
What are you making for Easter?
Nothing really. I mean, and I was just joking about $100 worth of meat. I didn't spend that much. But I bought I'm making some fried chicken, some ribs, some ham, some greens, some chicken and dressing, baked beans, macaroni and cheese, corn on the cob, and some pies.
How
Is that a
many damn
Midwest
people you
Easter?
got
'Cause
coming over here?
that sound like an Alabama Easter to me. Is that a Midwest Easter?
Yeah.
That's a Tanya Easter. Cause I'm like, how many people you got coming over there? Shit, it's just 3 of y'all. Well, 4
Why
with the
you
baby
asking that
mama.
all the time? Like we don't be having people over our house on the holidays.
Girl,
I
shit.
got friends
You
and
cooking,
family.
you cooking like you got a takeout restaurant over there. Hold on. Let me
Okay.
show you the menu,
So,
baby. Let
so,
me show you the
so I
menu.
have a small household, but we have friends and family. Do you cook every holiday just for your kids? Like I don't do that because I always
I
got pop
do this.
ups. I always got pop ups.
Mm-mm. My house is the
Always.
low key spot. Don't nobody come over here.
I
And I
always got
like
pop ups. It's either cousins, friends, family, my children's friends. We always got a lot of people over on holidays. So
Not bad.
I don't never cook just for, hell, I don't cook just for the three of us when I cook a normal dinner. Shoot, always make enough to last a couple of days for leftovers.
See, I'm the one that come to your house with my to-go plate
Shoot. Every
already.
holiday, Karma
No,
Diva
you
should know me
don't.
by now, so I don't even know why she said that. But I've been cooking like that forever. Forever. Even when we have our parties, I be cooking so much meat. When we used to throw our grown folks parties, so much food, and we have food left over for days. But
yeah.
yeah, I'm a big cooker when it comes to the holidays.
Mm-mm.
I used to, but I mean, don't get me wrong, I love to cook, but I don't have the inclination anymore. Cause
Girl,
my
I
kids,
do.
they so picky. And I'm like, I'm not gonna sit in there and dice this up for you and then fry this up for you. No, you gonna eat what the hell I cook or you gonna starve.
Well,
End of
see,
discussion.
I get it, cause like one of my sons don't like dressing, and one of my sons don't like macaroni and cheese. So what I do is I make like everything else. I make big pans of it, and then for those two items, I make like a half pan.
And see, my daughter's a picky eater too, and she doesn't eat a lot. So if I cook, it's like, I'm the only one who's gonna be eating it, and I don't need a cooked meal. I'm
I'm telling
okay
you,
with a sandwich or something. Cause
I'm
her
telling
dad,
you,
See,
I be cooking, and it all
I
gets
see,
ate
like when
up.
I was younger, and my brother used to live with me, and my brother's 6'4", and he was like 250 pounds, and
Hmm.
then his
that sounds like
cousin
my brother.
practically, my, and then his cousin practically lived with us, and he was just as big. So I was cooking like I was cooking for a damn army.
Hmm.
So, and I mean, I cooked every day. And
Well,
once he moved out, or I should say, once he joined the army, it was just me and my son. So it was like, it took me a while to get out of cooking like that because it was just me and my son. And it was like, okay,
Hmm.
why am I cooking all this food
I don't
and
cook
ain't
every day.
nobody gonna eat?
I hate
I cook like two. I cook like 2-3 days a week, and then I make enough to last like a couple of days.
I hate
My
cooking.
mama still cook every day.
I don't know how to cook.
No, you ain't. No,
Nobody
she
ask,
lying. She lying. She
I
lying.
don't like asking me to cook nothing.
Miss Cisco
And
don't cook.
Mel,
as
she
soon as
lying,
I
Mel.
get done making, as soon as I get done making this banana pudding, I ain't cooking nothing else.
So she know how to make some nana pudding.
Oh, I need some banana pudding in my life.
Is it the hot kind though or the cold kind? Because I don't like that hot banana
I
pudding.
don't
Oh,
like the
it
hot
don't matter. It's
kind.
pudding.
This is
I don't
not,
like
Some
the hot
pudding.
kind because
it's
the
not
stuff gets too
hot.
soft. It gets too
Yeah,
It's
soft.
pudding.
I don't like that. And then when my
Oh my
folks do
God,
that, I
I'm gonna
tell them
tell
to
y'all the
leave
worst
bananas out.
banana pudding I ever had. I bought some of that. You know what? I don't give a damn what nobody say. I bought some of that Patty LaBelle. It was one of them little individual banana pudding. It was like, ooh, because my family don't really eat it. So I was like, I'll buy me one. That shit was so disgusting. I
What?
li- I,
I
I didn't
don't
even know
I
she
took
made one.
I
Patty
took a bite of
LaBelle?
that
I
and
don't
spit it right back in that container and threw it away.
See, I made some good nana pudding, but I make mine cold. I do not like the hot kind that you put in
I
the
like
oven.
the cold
It
too.
doesn't stay as long and as the cold kind.
know.
And you already got an issue with trying to keep your bananas ripe long enough before they go bad. That
All you
hot.
gotta do is do lemon juice. A little bit of lemon juice will fix that.
Oh, I
Yeah.
tried the
Yeah.
lemon juice. I use lemon juice in my cold too, but I like
See,
the
I
cold
don't even
better.
I don't even want no bananas in my banana pudding. Just give me some pudding
What?
and cookies. Pudding and cookies.
That's all
No,
you
I like
got.
Hey,
it real
hey,
fine.
hold on now. That's my line.
I like my cookies to stay hard and crunchy.
Good night, Miss Hall. Thanks for
Ooh,
joining
yes.
us and thanks for moderating.
Hi, Miss
Yes,
Hall.
thank you. She
Good
Good
says
night,
night.
on
love.
midnight. Oh, she must be on let's see. She's on I didn't know it was midnight. That's right, she in North Carolina. Okay, that's right. She said
No.
she got a
Well,
basement.
midnight where she
I
my
wonder
daughter
why.
like it's midnight.
Yeah, it's midnight on the East Coast,
Yeah.
yeah.
We central. Are y'all central?
Yeah, it's 10:44 here. We still
Okay, okay,
got
okay.
we got till midnight to kick it, y'all. What else we gonna talk about?
Why? What's happening at midnight?
Well, let me tell y'all this secret.
I gotta take off my little Cinderella heels.
Tell y'all a secret,
Mm,
and I don't want people laughing at me either.
Oh
I
damn.
can't promise nothing.
Let's hear it.
Y'all know what I'm about to say.
Oh damn.
I was yesterday years old
Oh,
when I found like
hold on, we
when I
didn't take no
found out
shots. Hold on, let me get my shots on that note.
that a rose wasn't just a flower.
Huh?
I was yesterday years old when I found out that a rose wasn't just a flower.
Well, what
Well,
else is it?
maybe I'm still yesterday years old. Cause what is it?
It's
A rose is not just a flower.
it's a woman's pleasure.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Oh,
I
them
just
things
learned
suck.
that today.
Them little roses ain't worth shit.
She just found out, like she posted that on Facebook, and we all was cracking up.
I'm
Them
confused.
roses are a
I'm
waste of
lost.
money.
You didn't know that, Karma Diva? That's what they call. That's what some people call the VJJ. They call it a rose.
I never heard that.
Oh,
Toy, but the
That,
Oh,
that's
oh,
like
never heard
making
that.
groceries.
name of the toy is the rose.
I know, and that rose is shit.
No.
Who got their shot glasses? Who got their shot glasses?
I ain't never had one before.
I've heard it called your pocketbook and everything else under the sun.
I heard it called
You hear
flower.
me?
Lotus flower.
Flower,
Yeah.
cherry.
I heard it called flower. I
Yeah,
heard it called
lotus.
rose. Pocketbook.
Well,
Is anybody
Well,
hearing
since
me?
look,
Nobody, y'all ain't listening to me
then
anymore.
you a little
I
bit.
heard you.
Oh,
I
hold on,
hear
y'all.
you.
Curtis saying something. Hold on,
Okay.
y'all.
Curtis don't like but JJ? Is that what he said?
No, he
No,
loves
I'm talking about that
JJ.
toy. She said something about a toy. They call
Oh, I
the
thought
toy.
he
They call the
said he
rose.
didn't like the rose. So I'm like, if
I'm
rose
talking
is
about the. You
Yeah,
said
he
the
don't like
toy.
that toy.
That toy
they
is
got a
bullshit.
toy called Rose too?
Yeah, it's shaped like a rose.
That's what you talking
Yeah.
about.
I thought I'm lost too.
That's not what she's talking about.
Oh, it's not. Okay, well,
It's time for a toast. Curtis, it's time for
I'm
a,
here.
it's time for a toast.
No, I ain't toasting.
You're not toasting?
Nope, y'all ain't
he
worth
said,
it.
Am I
I'm not
alone?
toasting.
Am I alone in this world?
Well,
Mel?
It look like
I got a bottle, but I ain't got a glass, but I guess I can take it to the head.
Cislo? Carmel Diva?
I got.
I'm gonna take me a couple of shots on my birthday.
I'll take it to the head with you, Tony.
All right, thank you.
That's what
Somebody
she
got,
said.
because we forgot to take a shot when we first started the show.
We can take a shot for my birthday.
And now that Cislo brought up rose petals for JJ, I think it's time to take a shot after here.
Hey, don't kick me. I'm going silent for a little bit.
Okay.
You hear
Okay.
me? Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
Where he see
Mr. Booker up.
Mr. Buckled up.
Oh,
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
oh. And baby girl, it's still
You're still flower.
So is that what Aretha was singing about?
no. I don't think so.
On that song, a rose is not a
I
rose.
hope not.
To you though, because I found out what it was. So hey, I'm green to it. I'm just hey.
You teaching, you schooling me, Miss Cislo, because I'm still trying to figure this out.
Still be in school. I was used to the old school way. You heard me? I don't know.
Lord
Diane,
today.
you took your shot already?
It ain't nothing like the old Matty, baby.
You already took the shot?
No, it's right here. I'm waiting.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm sorry.
Okay, what we gonna toast to? Karma Diva, since you ain't drinking, but do the toast for us.
To a rose.
We gonna
Ah!
we gonna we gonna make sure. Look, we gonna toast to another year of standing strong as warriors and keeping them flowers moist.
Hey, ow.
All right, then.
Yeah, we getting older, so we can't have them drying up. Oh, okay. On that note,
Exactly.
on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, drinks up.
No dried up wrinkled flowers.
Ooh, wee.
Mm, 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 mm.
No withering. Go get it rejuvenated.
Oh, no. See, I don't even know about no rejuvenation. I ain't reached that age yet.
Use some oil or go lay
Especially
on it if you got to.
if I
Okay.
ever reach that age, I'm sure gonna see some doctor assistance.
What
I-
age is this?
What
The
age do
age
it
when
usually
the
dry up, y'all? Like what? 65,
come
70?
on, like that what is it called? Menopause stuff?
Menopause
That's
after
it dries up
menopause.
during menopause.
I've heard people say
After.
that. Is
Yeah,
it
some
after?
people do dry up during menopause, but it's typically after. Yeah.
Well, how long does menopause last?
I done
Oh
heard some
Lord.
people say like 20 years. I'm like,
Shut
really?
Yeah.
up! 20 years.
And let me
I
tell you,
heard
it's a
some people say
bitch.
that.
It's a
But
bitch.
you know what I always heard medically is based it on your mother. And like my mom don't even remember when she stopped having a period, so she couldn't tell me.
Well, I know one of my aunties, she stopped having her period at like in her 40s, like her late 40s. Now, as far as my mom, I don't remember because she passed away when she was like in her 50s. So I don't remember if
And
she
she
hit menopause
started.
yet or I don't remember.
And see, I was away from home, so I don't know when my mom started. She been crazy if I'm going by it. You know how they said the women start acting crazy. She been there.
Well, I know if
You
I
know
start
what?
acting
See,
crazy to my son.
I got thrown into menopause because I had to have a partial hysterectomy. And let me
So
tell
is that the
you,
real menopause though? Since it was medically induced, is it still
yeah,
menopause? You
that's
know,
still
the hormones,
menopause because your
the
body's not
hormones.
regulating like you should. And
But how
honey,
long are you
them
still
hot
in menopause or
flashes,
did it go away?
them
You
them
still
Okay.
there?
personal summers. Them personal
Oh,
summers is a bitch. I don't know if you
Hmm.
remember Tanya that night when we played that roulette game at your house. I don't
uh-huh.
know if you remember. It was cold, but remember I kept going outside because I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
just sweating, and
yeah, I
that's why. Because it was just crazy.
remember. Mm-hmm.
And see, I'm hot
Wow.
Now as
naturally
far as
anyway, but I've always heard it's like a different type of heat, like an internal heat.
Mm-hmm.
it
Is that
is,
true? Okay.
yes,
Wow.
yes. It
Wow.
almost. I'm gonna tell you the closest thing it feel like. You know how you get a fever and
Mm-hmm.
you hot, but you get them chills because you sweating. That's the
Mm-hmm.
way it is. You
Mm.
sitting there, you can't. Your body temperature is like it can't get regulated.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Thank you, Deanna. Thanks for telling everybody to like the
Well,
video.
see,
I'll be forgetting.
I had to have my thyroid removed, so I'm ever since I had that removed, it's hard for me to regulate my body temperature anyway with the artificial
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
the
With the
synthroid and stuff.
Synthroid.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't want to go through menopause.
Me either.
Now I'm gonna tell you that is one of the best. Now, the one good thing to it, baby, no periods, and you good to go any time of day, night, all day, every day, honey.
Well,
Okay.
I've had the IUD since I had my daughter, so I hadn't had a period in like 12 years.
Uh-huh.
See, I didn't like the IUD. It just I could feel mine. I kept feeling it, and I
Feel
was
it or
like,
not, I ain't
mm-mm.
want no period stuff.
Child, I would
Cause
love
I
to go
had to,
without the menstruals. I would love to go without that. Shoot.
girl, when I
Now
went,
what I will say, that
mhm.
Depo-Provera shot, I promise you, that's a guinea pig medication. That's some
See,
shit I
everybody
think
complain
they
about the
use.
weight gain with that one.
The weight gain, and then think like when I first got on it, it was after I had my son, and I gained. I mean, I got huge, but when I got off of it, it took like 2 years before my period became regulated. So people who think they're gonna come right off the shot and get pregnant, for the most people, And see, I've worked in women's health, so I've seen and talked to other women who have experienced that. And what I've noticed, because I have worked in all different parts of the city, I've worked in the hoodest of the hood hospitals, and I've worked in those posh elite ones. And what I noticed is they use that depot a lot more in the poorer neighborhoods than they do in those affluent ones.
Well, I'm
They
already
use
big
them out
girl,
there.
so I never wanted to do them things because I'm already big as it is. Okay. So
Now, like when they came out with that patch, I was all for that. I was like, oh yeah, I just wear this a week. Oh
Do they still do that
yeah.
though? I don't hear about it as much.
I don't know. I think yeah, they do. It's called low estrogen.
Yeah.
You can look, you can ask about it. Well, actually, when I started, it was just called the patch. Literally, it was just called the patch.
well, my
But
birth control is Magnums.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna ride this IUD out into menopause. I don't care if I'm
I'm in
80.
my 40s and only
I'm still
had
gonna get on that
two.
table for the Moreno.
I'm
Well,
in
I'm
my
jumping on real
40s.
quick. My birth control is vasectomy. I ain't
Whoa,
playing with none of y'all.
I know that's right too. I'm in my 40s and only had two sons. The Magnum's been doing me good.
The fact that you got magnums is doing good.
Girl, hey, Al.
that's my thing. If he can't fit a
Look, that
magnum, then baby,
alone
we
is a
got
good one.
problems. We got problems.
Hey.
And I
But
have
you
been on
know
that
what
other
though?
side of that magnum spectrum, and that is a sad place to be.
You
You
know
said
what?
what?
I had to tell somebody one time that they don't check you before they sell them to you. So just because you can buy them don't mean you need to wear them.
Hold up, everybody can't wear no Magnum.
Right,
Them things be falling off like some
right.
draws
They
that
look
got
like a saggy
the
diaper.
draws with all the thread that kind of came. You know how you put on them underwear and the thread and that came out,
Yeah,
and you try to hold the
Them
draws up
thread.
on your ass and they keep falling down. That's what the
Mm-mm.
Magnums be like on some people. Like give it
yeah.
up.
Because when men start bragging about them, I'm like, hell, they'll sell them to me. So
Soon as he
it
put it
don't
on that thing,
matter.
soon as he put it on that thing, fall right off. Like
Ooh.
you
She like,
lose
you better
something.
go drink some
Did,
milk,
did you lose
baby.
something? Did you lose something?
Tell him he need to go drink some milk, build his body up.
Fuck
That's
milk. He
somebody
needs some
with
spinach.
some
He needs some
ego issues.
spinach. Some spinach.
Right. If you had to buy
I
a
got a
magnum and you
question.
can't feel them, that's an ego issue.
I got a question
It
too, but
is.
Carmo, you ask yours first. Mine is for Curtis, but go ahead and ask yours first.
At what age can I start telling people, um, like especially younger folks, you know how old folks talk to us back in the day about shit we was doing wrong, and you couldn't say nothing back to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I seen a young lady the other day, beautiful young lady, but she was very top heavy. She
Mm-hmm.
had on a kind of see-through shirt, but you could tell she had on one of them old cheap dollar store bras.
Mm-hmm.
And what should I or could I have told her, baby, you got too much up there to be wearing that? Because all it was a nipple cover, basically. That's all it did was cover the nipples.
I'm gonna let
It
somebody else
wasn't
answer that.
supporting nothing.
You can
I'm gonna
tell
let
them at
somebody else
any
answer
age, but ain't no telling what
But
kind of
I'm just
response you
saying,
gonna get back.
I didn't, because I, as a top heavy female myself, I want her to know you can buy, and they don't have, you can buy good support, and they can be pretty, and they don't have to be expensive. And trust me, it's an investment, because the more you wear them old cheap ass bras that's not supporting you, you hurting your back, your shoulders, and eventually your breasts.
You're talking about somebody who's in a 44 triple F. Okay.
Oh, good Lord. Shit. They
So,
make those?
yeah, all the way to G and H, all the way to H. I wore H's before too.
I got you, Tanya. I'm on G's
I'm
over
telling you, I'm talking about triple F, triple G, triple H. Sometimes when they don't have the H, I'll settle for a F or a G, But yeah, my shit is big. It's always been anyway. So yeah, I can't do them cheap bras. My bras cost like $60
here.
at the minimum.
Yeah.
At the
That's why I usually
minimum,
try to
my
catch
bra cost $60. I can't go to Walmart and get
you
them
have to go to like
12,
Lane, Brown, and
15,
Catherine.
20. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm
No,
like
I'm
that
gonna
too.
tell you who has good quality bras, and they're not expensive.
Who?
Ashley Stewart. Ashley Stewart. They have good quality bras, and they're not expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm old school. I
I
still go to
tried
Lane
Ashley. I
Bryant.
tried Lane Bryant, but I like to go through that place at the mall. I usually got to order online because they don't even be having my size in the store. That's how big my shit is. But that's that place in the store in the West Rose Carmadiva for the plus size women. Well, you're not plus
No.
size, but you know what I'm talking about. That what's that
What you
store
talking about,
called?
Torrid?
Yeah, I like Torrid because I like fashionable shit.
Oh
And
yeah, I know
I used to
Tori.
I
love
done tried,
Torrid.
I didn't try Lane Bryant. I didn't try Ashley Stewart, but Torrid, they have like clothes for plus size people that don't make you look like you need to be standing in a field of flowers all the time. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
Tori is tends more towards the younger crowd, so it's
Yes,
more
and even if you're
fashionable.
older, you can still get
It's
with the
more
hip.
fashionable.
The
Yeah.
hip styles and stuff. They keep you young up in there. I hate places that
Girl.
sell floral arrangements as an
I
outfit
hated
because
that
you plus size.
growing up because I
Look,
was
I wore
always
flowers
needy.
for years. I look like I deserve to
I
be at a
couldn't stand
funeral
it.
home
Yes.
or in a wedding.
I'm gonna tell you.
And
I was telling y'all last week. I was one of them thickums kids. Like I wasn't fat, but everybody else was size 3. I was a size 12. So the only place you could go and get clothes, the jeans and stuff, I had to go to Lane Bryant, get the Venetia and all of the old folks
yep,
clothes.
yep,
So I get to school, me and the
yep.
teacher got the same damn shirt on. She like, I
But
like
see,
your coat.
when I was in the third grade, I was the only one that had breasts. So I had like boys. You know how boys back in the day when you're young, they snap your breasts, be making fun of you and stuff.
Uh-huh.
That's how I was when I was in third grade. I had a full chest in third grade, and all the boys used to.
Third grade.
It was horrifying. Yes, it was. I'm talking about.
Third grade.
I got like triple F's and G's now. So imagine me in the third grade.
But see, I got the double. No, I do a double G, but I didn't get bucks to me until like 6th, 7th grade. You in the 3rd grade with the little children with a full neck?
I was in third grade, and I was the only one that had boobs. And I ain't talking about trainer bra boobs. I'm talking about boobs.
Look,
In the
that was
third,
some peak
in the
revenue.
third grade. And you
Hey,
know
that
how
was some fall peak
embarrassing? It
revenue.
was very embarrassing. It was very embarrassing fighting off the boys. They chasing me around because they perverts and they
Yeah.
chasing me around and I gotta fight
Perverts.
them. I gotta call my cousins to fight them. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
y'all was some perverts.
yeah, the little
He was
perverts in
not a
second,
pervert.
third, fourth, fifth grade, they
I was a
perverts.
hemo. I was a
You
hemo.
know?
There's a difference.
So I
What was
always
the
was like,
hemo?
Y'all was a
always in
hemo.
like my circle, always had like the biggest chest size in my circle of friends and family members.
Yeah,
But
me
Silly
too.
Mommy said she like Frederick Hollywood. I like Frederick Hollywood for the freaky shit, not for the bras, because they ain't strong enough when you dealing with triple digits. But they freaky shit, like they lingerie. Mm-hmm. Or what's that place on 72nd Street, y'all?
With Dr.
Dr.
John's.
John's.
I have never
Oh,
been
did
in
you know
there.
about Dr. John too?
Fuck yeah. Dr. John's, Adam and Eve. That little place in the cut over in Council Bluffs. Oh yeah.
Look, I never heard of Dr. John.
Right. That used to be the
Doctor,
spot. The little
Dr.
cut over there.
John. I can go up in there and get me an outfit and buy me a couple of videos. Shoot.
That's like, is it like do y'all have like Starship?
No.
And in Atlanta and down here we have Starship and Pleasures.
I don't know, but they probably. I mean, I just go in there. I
Probably
like to
same.
get me some lingerie because they have plus size, really sexy, skimpy, freaky. You know, they got all that shit up there, and then they got all the videos. Like, hey, I'm a fan to the videos. Okay,
Me too. I like
I'm
Y'all
a
to
fan.
y'all
The big
ever try that
bro.
store up in Benson?
Oh yeah.
Remember? Oh no, remember Karma Diva when we took a field trip? Was you with us?
I think I did. We went in there one time, long time ago.
And I bought me like 8 inches or something.
I think so.
Wow.
I think I
Yeah,
did.
yeah. And I still have him.
What's his name?
What, 8 inches of something?
8
Really?
inches.
His
His
name
name is
was
Dexter. His name is Dexter.
Dexter St. John.
Yeah.
Ooh, Lord.
Look, I say that, and a lot of people
You
don't be
really want
knowing
to
what
know
the
what
hell
his
I'm
name
talking
is?
about when I talk about Dexter.
You
You
really
know
want to know
all
what his
too.
name is? Do you really want to know what his name is?
I
What's his
like
name?
Dexter St.
With
John.
Russell the Muscle.
No, his name is In the Meantime.
In the meantime, in between time.
And he in between time.
In the meantime, that means when you know in the meantime, this is what I'm about to do right now.
Like people will at first I know what people talking about when they say Bob, my battery operated boyfriend Bob.
Mhm.
But see,
He's
that's what
like
everybody call their battery operated box. So you gotta think of something. You gotta think of a name
outside the box.
specifically. You gotta name your shit.
I have
You
never
do.
purchased a toy. I have never owned a toy.
No,
No.
Keisha, and I'm
Mm-mm.
mad because she can't be with us tonight. But you know, I went live like a few days
Mhm.
ago with Keisha, and we
Yes,
was
you
talking
can.
about her little toy, her panty toy, where you put the thing in the panty and the dude hold the remote, and you know,
Oh
I got
yeah,
3 of
yeah.
them. Go ahead,
yeah,
continue.
she was supposed to do a review tonight, but she's somewhere with that toy with
Well,
somebody, so she
I
can't
can
come
give you a
on tonight.
review.
Now
What kind of review you want?
that sound. I mean, to me, that sound kind of cool to be. You know, to let him have that, and you just walking
Michelle,
and
jump on the
he.
line. Michelle, jump on the link. She said, "What kind of Michelle said, "What you put lingerie on foul?"
I seen somebody said. I didn't know who said it though.
That's
What's
Michelle.
that?
That's the homegirl Michelle.
Come on, Michelle. Bring
Come
it.
on, Michelle, jump on the link. Hold on, let me drop the link again.
I need to go to comments. I missed it.
No, but shoot, everybody should have a toy. Curtis, you said you can give us like a review, even though you aren't the one who put it in like your. So, what you gonna give us a review from a man's point of view?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I know. I've seen what it does firsthand. Second hand, third hand. My
Well,
sneaky link can tell you
let
too.
us know what it do.
Why don't you ask my sneaky link?
Now y'all know the first time I ever heard that was last week when we was talking about it.
This is my first time here. What's the stinking link? Is that what you call your partner?
Sneaky link.
Curtis,
Sneaky
please
link?
explain the sneaky link.
Yeah.
Supposedly, no. Where's Cam Bam? He did real good with it.
No. My son is in his room. We gonna leave him in his room.
Your son was down here explaining.
My son was up here explaining what a slinky. I'm like, no, I don't want to hear this.
It's
A slinky link.
No, sneaky.
Sneaky.
It's a
link.
sneaky link.
Sneaky link. Somebody you link up with that you sneaking with.
Motion detected at the front
Oh, so
door.
like creeping.
Yeah, we used to call it on the
All those
DL.
creeps.
Well, see,
The
they
little
took
creeps.
DL to another direction. So
Yeah, they
I
did.
stick with
They
creeping.
did.
Oh,
And that
Deanna
was
said
one of
she
my
had a
favorite
34
little.
B in
That
the
was one of
fifth
my
grade.
favorite little sayings, and people took that and they ruined it.
Yeah, it ain't even a good time no more.
Right, be like, never mind.
Like, on the DL. No.
Be like, no, I don't want nothing
So
on the DL.
what y'all want to know?
Deanna, first of all, Deanna had a 34B in the fifth. See, Deanna, you feel me.
I ain't never even had a
No
B.
training bras. I did not have no training bras in grade
Look,
school. I
I
had
went
like
straight
real
to
bras.
Hell, I could still wear T-shirts for a while till I got to about 4th grade.
Oh no!
What?
If I wore t-shirts, my mom would have beat my ass. Girl, where you going with them things poking through that t-shirt?
So was your mom? Did you get that from your mom?
No, because my mom don't have a big chest at all.
And see, mine don't either. She always used to be hating on me.
My mom never had a big chest. Never. She never had a
No,
big chest.
see, my mom's whole side of the family, my mom's whole side, they are all top heavy, all of them. Even the little skinny 120 pound, when most I say about 30 pounds of that is titties.
Look like they about to tip over.
Yes,
Dude, these
and
things right
it's
here, I
all
be ready to
natural.
get rid of them though. They so heavy, like dang.
That's why I used to look at women and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna get a breast enhancement." I'm looking like, "Bitch, I'm trying to get mine taken out."
No.
What are you talking
All
about?
them folks talking like they trying to get their shit bigger. I'm like, man, if your back could talk to you in 5 years or 10
Yeah,
years.
I contemplated a reduction myself, but I'm like, I might as well match. I'm big at the top and big at the bottom. Might as well keep it consistent.
And that's why I didn't run in high school. In high school, I always almost failed math because the coach would always give me a bad grade because I wouldn't run. I'm like, you had these mother slapping you in
It's
the face.
hard to
You
run.
talking about telling me to do a mile? And these things, bloop, 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 bloop. That shit hurt. They heavy. So I would
Running,
walk. I
jumping
would
jacks.
walk that damn. I would walk the miles, and I'd be the dark. School been closed. I still be walking around the mile at the end of the day.
Mm-mm.
And it wasn't
Yeah,
because
They
I
be like,
wasn't
"Just
in
give up."
shape. I was in shape in high school, but I had a big old chest. So I didn't like running.
I ain't
But
like running. I ain't like jumping jacks. I ain't like woodchucks.
thank
Nothing
you.
that
Jumping
require
jack.
you going up and down.
What the hell is a woodchuck?
Y'all didn't do
Right?
woodchuck?
What the fuck is a
And what's
woodchuck?
the what's the woodchuck?
Y'all didn't
That's
do
an
woodchuck?
animal, ain't it? That's an animal.
Maybe it's
Ain't
an
that the
Alabama
woodchuck
thing.
wood? How go Curtis? Everybody
How
woodchuck
How much
much
wood.
wood
wood
could a
could a
woodchuck
And
woodchuck
chuck?
they
A woodchuck
still
take
doing
something
they
wood?
still doing woodchucks because my daughter just told me we did woodchucks at school too.
I don't know what that is.
It's like y'all probably just call it something else, but it's like where you bend over, you touch down 3 times, 1, 2, 3, come back up, and you say woodchuck and clap.
Yeah, we hated that.
I ain't like it either.
That's some.
I'm gonna need your daughter to get on screen and show us what you. I'm gonna need your daughter to get
I
on
know what
screen and
she's
show us
talking
what
about
you doing.
now that she done described it, but that's some more country stuff.
I'm gonna need your
Yeah,
daughter
yeah,
to get on screen and show us what y'all talking about because I'm confused.
she just wanna see what it look like.
Hey Tanya, will you DM the link to me?
She
Oh
said
yeah,
she
okay,
don't want to get on live, Tanya.
okay.
I don't want to be here either,
She's
honey.
talking about
That's
her hair.
We
okay.
love you.
That's
We
okay, baby
understand, baby.
girl.
We
That's okay, baby
understand.
girl. I understand.
Look, she talking
No,
about
silly
her hair
mommy, I
mess. She
didn't
need to look
breastfeed.
professional.
I
I
don't be
didn't
wanting to get
breastfeed
on live
because
either, but they be forcing
I
me.
had an emergency C-section, and so I was still pumped full of. I mean, I was full of drugs, and I didn't want to pass that on to my son. So I never breastfed. And Lord, but Jesus, when that milk came in, I literally wanted to chop them titties off right then and there. That
I
was some
didn't
of the most
breastfeed,
painful stuff.
but I pumped. I pumped, but I didn't
I
breastfeed.
didn't with either one of my kids.
My
I
nipples
pumped. That's how I got
weren't
the kid.
shaped right for that. So
You need a nap.
Somebody wants to
Don't.
say hi.
You know
hey,
it's Friday.
What's up,
Friday
Bam?
night, hey.
Cam
did he
Bam.
What
come?
up, Bam?
Did he come talk about the sneaky link?
I done
No,
talked him up.
we ain't talking about no sneaky link this week, Cameron.
Go on and talk about it,
Cam,
nephew. Go on and
we
talk
need to
about
know,
it.
bro. Educate these old ladies.
Yeah, no, quick.
Y'all making my chocolate drop blush.
Hey man, say man. I'm leave that to y'all.
He said he gonna leave it to the grown folks this week.
Yeah. This ain't grown folks. Get back here, Cam. Help me out, bro. I'm the only one here.
You said help him out, bro.
Curtis, you still breastfeeding?
I got you next Friday,
Anytime
man.
I can find one.
Curtis, he said he got you next week.
Okay.
You hear him,
Cam.
Curtis?
What? Next
He
week?
said he got you next week.
Yeah, he a lie and the truth ain't in him.
You know it. He probably look at him. He said he got school. He got to finish some homework before midnight.
Like somebody
Okay.
that's sitting in here. Probably
You
need to
know
be
he about to be a junior, y'all,
homework.
in college.
Uh-uh.
Hey.
Them years count down.
And they went by fast. I believe here, Junior.
Oh, Curtis, I got a question for you. Oh, well, I'm gonna have to ask you off the live.
Hold on,
But
Karma Diva. Hold on, Karma Diva. I'm sorry, boo. Did we answer her already, silly mommy?
I did.
I did.
That's how we started talking about
I did.
breastfeeding.
Okay, well, I didn't
I did, but I
breastfeed
don't
because
think
they
mine
too
counted.
big and it hurt. I didn't breastfeed because they too big and it hurt. But go on, go on.
I breastfeed anytime I can. Man, that's
Oh,
weird.
Curtis. You
What?
see his name, y'all? Damn, what is his name? Damn nig fella. Oh, shit.
Nick Filet.
Oh,
What?
hold up.
I got a new name for that Chick-fil-A on 72nd.
Let me put my, hold up, let me.
Yeah.
It says damn Nick Filet. I'm done. I'm done.
So am I. I'm tired of going there and they get my order fucked up. Like McDonald's on 30th. Can't get nothing right.
I gave him some water,
No,
but
Burger King on 60th is the worst. I think that's the worst restaurant
You know what?
ever.
I ain't had no problems with Burger King on 60th.
I think that's the
You
first
might be the only
review
person.
I've heard on Chick-fil-A.
I don't know. I think those fast food restaurants just done fell off altogether. Every time the few rare times I go there, because I be doing like them bigger, nicer restaurants. But the few times I've been going there, like over the last like year or so, they just seem like they done fell off. The food just tastes horrible.
It do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Food,
McDonald's,
employees'
that's Burger King,
attitudes.
that's Chick-fil-A, all of them. It just tastes horrible.
The only one that ain't let me down so far is Arby's.
And see, I ain't been to Arby's. Oh, Runza.
Oh, that too. Arby's? You think Arby's is expensive?
Yes, but like if I go
It
get
is. It actually
combo
is.
there, it's almost $10.
Arby's is actually more expensive than the McDonald's and the Burger Kings. Yeah, it is.
So Miss Sisla, if I take you there on a date, you gonna be happy? Is that what you're saying? You be happy with a $10 sandwich at Arby's?
This is slow.
I'm just saying.
She wants you to upgrade her. Hey.
You know what? I have only eaten at Chick-fil-A once. And I wasn't that impressed.
I decided my order be a jack.
I mean, the only thing they serve is chicken and chicken nuggets. I mean, they ain't got no menu.
Yeah, you gotta like.
Oh, but y'all know what we tried
is bomb though. That Southwest
Curtis,
salad is
remember
bomb.
we were talking? I tried that home style place today. My son and I went there.
I love home style. That's the bomb.
It was very good.
My youngest son works up there.
What kind of place?
Because you know the cook used to work at Leavenworth Comedy.
That's what y'all said, and because I was looking, and the lady's shirt said that they were established in '66. So I was like, "Where was y'all at before?" She was like, "Right around the corner."
They were. They used to be at the old Sizzlers or whatever that was.
No, that's where they at now.
Oh, okay,
but she was saying
where was they at?
They was in that little shopping strip.
Yeah, the shopping
right
center.
behind
Yeah.
the Sizzler.
Right. Behind Sizzlers. Yep.
I was like, what?
Yeah, but the main chef, the main cook is the dude, that white dude that came from Leavenworth.
All I know was that food was good.
Yeah, Leavenworth Cafe, because when he first started working there after Leavenworth shut down, he first started working there, and they weren't really doing that well. And then they just told him, like, do what you did at Leavenworth.
Oh yeah. Well,
put it down.
That's not quite how it worked.
You did it for Leavenworth.
That's not quite how it went, but close enough.
Yeah, close enough. Like the menu, basically he started putting it down like he was known to do, and then they getting mega business now.
It was because when we went at first there wasn't that many people, but by the time we left, it was deep up in there.
I'm telling you, when I order their breakfast, it's like I'm eating at Leavenworth when I order their breakfast.
Oh, definitely.
I know I smashed the hell out of that sausage and biscuits. Let me tell you, it did not stand a chance.
Girl,
and neither did that omelet.
We need to go meet up there one day, you guys. Like for real. We haven't been on a breakfast in a long time.
We just went on a humbug this morning. It was like, let's go have breakfast. Everybody else was asleep. So it was like,
Curtis, what's up tomorrow, Curtis? What's up tomorrow?
We gotta go early because I gotta get this brisket cut and seasoned and
because I gotta watch
it at 3 a.m. on Sunday.
That's what we we having for? I know I need to go shopping, but yeah, we having brisket for Sunday dinner too.
Well,
Y'all,
maybe I
y'all
can
remember when
see.
Bakery's had those briskets on sale?
I'm gonna call Keish too.
They had the
I'll meet
brisket
you
on
up
sale
there,
for like
Tanya.
$1.99 a pound.
I
Who
never
did?
made my own curry. I
Baker's
never
did. They
made
put
my
some
own.
briskets on sale like about a couple months ago.
I
Mm.
never made my own. I always paid somebody to do like my pulled pork or my brisket.
Well, I'm doing my own
I
this
want
time.
to learn how my
But
people down in Texas do it.
if I can
My
find,
grandpa told me in essence, but I cannot get it as tender as they got there. Lord
you got
Jesus, that
you
stuff.
got to cook it slow and long. That's all I
I
know.
know somebody who does some brisket and some pulled pork, and that stuff will make you cry. It'd be so good. And
Cause
he
you
does
too
it
booked up
every
to do
holiday. Every
brisket.
holiday he take orders.
So you want what?
I said, Curtis, you too booked up to do brisket. You ain't got but one hand, do you?
And you too buckled up. He too buckled up to be doing it slow and
Oh, we
long.
got jokes now.
Oh,
He too buckled up to be doing it slow and long. He needs to do it hard and quick.
oh, damn.
Not too fast though.
That's what got him in that predicament now.
I
That's
know.
what got him booked up.
No, we know what got me in this predicament.
No, he probably had his handcuff and then he was trying to wiggle out of there. And then,
He's dumb.
See,
He don't get
what had happened was
handcuffed.
somebody forgot their safe word.
Curtis,
Not
did you
on
gonna tell us,
Pineapple.
did you gonna tell us the real story behind you being buckled up?
Never. No one
You
will
ain't gonna
ever
tell
know
us?
the real story. Never.
Hell.
My sneaky link knows. We're gonna leave it at that.
I'll tell you what, I learned something new here every week. I learned about pineapple the other week. And today I learned about
pineapple?
nah.
What
And today I
part you
learned
learning
about
about
Pineapples
pineapple?
is
a
like
sneaky link.
pineapples
There's
is
several.
like the world. What do you call it? The world. It's like the. How do you say it, Carmelita? It's like
Everybody know that
standard.
damn pipe.
yeah, it's like the
That's the
standard.
standard.
I
Yeah,
never heard that before.
come
I
on now.
You
You
never
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 watched
seen
Kevin Hart?
Kevin Hart stand up comedy?
I didn't see it, I guess.
Oh my God, pineapples. That's what you say.
That was probably
Pineapples.
one of his funniest routines.
And that was like
Was
the
that
first
like
video.
when he earlier in his career?
Yes, that was one of his first stand up comedies.
Because
Yep.
the first one I saw was the one where he was talking about his dad and stuff.
I think
Yeah,
that
it
was
was
the
in that.
pineapple one. I think
That
that
was
was
the
the
same
I
one
pineapple.
think
because I
so.
don't remember that pineapple.
Yep. Yep. See, Mel, you learn something new every day. So when you with your dude,
Look,
and when he goes so far, you gotta say pineapples. Everybody know what pineapples mean.
Right.
except Curtis, because he got booked up.
You know what? Keep it up. You
I
ain't never
swear,
booking me up.
I swear that is my new word. That is my new word for this year.
You got booked up.
Buckled up. Let me see somebody get in a fight, get fucked up or something. Nigga, you just got
Yeah,
buckled up.
that's right.
Woo. You know
They
how
gonna stop fighting and be like, "What?"
You know how Friday Smokey be like, you just got the fuck, you got
Right.
the knock the fuck out. It's buckled up.
Yep. See, that'll work. I can teach y'all a country word every week, and y'all can teach me about pineapples and sneaky link.
I had to learn about sneaky link because I ain't know nothing about that one.
I'm still
How
not too
about,
knowledgeable.
this? I just make a trip to the D and I'll teach you all about book it up, sneaky links, and anything else you think you're ready for. Do it all in one weekend.
Okay.
And then he got the villain laugh.
You know what I'm saying? Sound like Count Dracula. A one, a two, a three. Yeah, you learn something new every Friday night on the hood table. You learn something new.
So about this breakfast.
I'm down.
What time?
I meet y'all there.
Y'all
Sit slow. If you and Mel leave right now,
We might be there by in the morning.
if y'all leave right now, get in them cars right now.
Y'all be here
Miss Cisco,
sometime
where
in the
you
morning.
coming from? She where's Miss Cisco coming from?
From the D towns.
Oh, okay. So
Detroit.
who
We
gonna
ain't
get
talking
there
about the
quicker, me
D.
or
We
her?
talking about D town.
From Detroit. She
Who
come from
coming? Who
Detroit.
will get there quicker, me or her? How far is
Probably,
Detroit from y'all?
probably sis.
Probably
No,
you.
probably you from
You
Alabama.
think so?
Mm-hmm.
Let me map quiz.
I don't
I
know.
think it depends if y'all let
They
me
still
drive.
got. Wait a minute.
Who
Hold
say
on.
quick?
Time out. She said, "Let her MapQuest." They still got MapQuest.
Yes, I use
Yeah,
MapQuest all the time.
yeah, they still got map quiz.
Girl, MapQuest is the shit.
I ain't used MapQuest since 2007.
Every time I want to know
Well,
how far it takes me to get somewhere, I use MapQuest.
Right, it's
oh
still
my
there.
God.
And it's
Google
still,
Maps.
just because you left it, Karma
Thank
Diva, don't
you.
mean it went away.
I use Google
I
Maps. I use Google Maps when I want to see where something is, but I use MapQuest for the miles, the distance, how far. I just always use Google. I mean, I don't know why. I just always used it.
I
I
did
think
not
MapQuest
know
is still
that shit
around.
still existed.
Yeah, it still
I honestly
exists.
didn't.
I thought it was like
Girl.
MySpace. That shit just fell away and went away.
Yeah,
What? I was about to say, hell, that's like Ask Jeeves.
I don't know why you thought MapQuest was gone. It's been there.
No, she didn't say Ask Jeeves.
I forget
Yes, I
about
did.
SGs. I
Who?
used to ask him too.
Oh hell
Hold
no!
on, what the hell is SG?
You don't
Oh,
Are
remember
you
you
serious?
don't
SGs?
know what Ask Jeeves is?
That was the
Oh
first
my
Are
Google,
you
god!
or the
are you
first
what are you saying?
Siri.
SG?
Like
Ask
Jeeves.
Jeeves, like a
Jeeves,
butler.
like the butler, yeah.
Ask AASK. Ask Jeeves. JEEVES.
Oh, you talking about from the Fresh?
From what?
Huh?
You talking about SG from the Fresh?
From
Never
the
It
mind.
what?
was like
No,
it was an app like Google. Like you could ask it any question.
it was the first
Jeeves.
Google.
Jeeves was the
Right.
first Siri, the first
First
Hey
Siri.
Google, the first anything. You could just type in Ask Jeeves. It was a search engine, and you
See,
just
I
ask
don't
Jeeves and
remember. I
they
don't
answer any question.
remember. I don't
You
remember
That's because
that.
remember that?
No.
you ain't
I think
old
that
enough.
was like 2005, 2006. That you could ask Jeeves.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Yeah,
That was like
Ask
in the
Jeeves.
'90s. That was like mid late '90s.
Oh, well, see, I didn't really have no cell phone.
I was thinking I ain't had no
No,
computer back then,
like
so it had to be
I was
2000.
using
I
it in
didn't
the
really.
early
no, it was like
2000s.
'97, '98 because I remember the dial-up because Jeeves took fucking forever.
Yeah, I didn't have no.
See, I
really
hadn't
have
met
no cell
Jeeves
phone
yet.
around
I ain't
then.
had no computer yet.
No, it wasn't.
I
No,
had a
Tanya, it was before
pager.
cell phones. It was computer. It was
Around
before
that
cell
time, I
phones.
had like a beeper, a
See,
pager.
I wasn't messing around with it that far back, but I was using it like early 2000s, like
Yeah, I
02,
was
03.
2000.
I can't even remember the first time I got a cell phone. Oh wow!
First cell phone I got was 97.
And you know where I
Yeah.
got my first cell phone, Carmo Diva? It was right on like 73rd and Dodge,
Well,
where
Pagers Plus.
everybody went to get a. Well,
Right?
I had a pager too, but
Well, what
everybody
was it?
went there.
Cellular Continental. That's
Yeah,
where I had my pager through.
that's where everybody
Or
went to get their
Continental
cell phone.
Cellular.
Yep. 73rd and Dodge. And it
Ooh.
used to be packed. Everybody was up in there getting their minutes and all that kind of stuff because that's when we had the minutes.
Yeah, I used to get mine. I had a Sprint phone, so I wish I had minutes. Sprint was they killed me. I hate
Oh
Sprint.
no, I had Sprint. Remember Quest? You remember Quest?
Mm-hmm.
Brent had
I
that
could
first
never
one.
They also
qualify for
had
their
cell
phone.
phones. Yep. They also had cell phones, and I had went over my minutes one time. My shit was like $400.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I remember that because I done had I think I ain't had a collection for mine because I ain't paid it.
So y'all all remember telling people call me after 8?
Sure. Free
Hell
night.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Ah,
That's
How
why when you
about the
say you
10
had
10
Sprint,
220? Wait a minute, and 10 10 220. You dial that shit
yep.
to get
Oh,
long
you
distance.
would call somebody, and you know the minutes don't go to it's on a minute, so you would talk to them real fast. Okay, meet me here. Then
Mm-hmm.
you hang up before that minute hit.
I didn't do that,
Okay.
but like if I was traveling and I had to make it home or I done made it home, my daddy taught me you call backwards. You do a collect call, and when they ask your name, you be like, "Oh, Jackie made it home," and hang
Yep.
up.
I did that too.
No, we
I
did
used
that
to
all
do
the
that.
time. We would call collect for free and then say real quick, call
The
me.
phone, yeah.
Come down to the
Yeah,
club or come over to the house or yeah, like real quick.
we did that too. Remember that commercial where the guy used to call me like, she had the baby, it's a boy.
Yep.
We had a baby, it's a boy. It was a Geico commercial.
Yeah, I used to do that all the time.
I remember.
Okay. So according to MapQuest, it said it would take me 12 hours and 48 minutes to get to Omaha. And I don't know what gas station MapQuest got me going to, because they said they're gonna take but $65 in gas.
No, it's not. It's really, I mean, because of the gas prices right now. But how
They
far would it
high
take to
though.
get? Could you put Detroit, Omaha? I mean, could you put Detroit to Omaha?
Yeah. But yeah, my car ain't gonna make it on no $65. Not no
It
12
probably
hours.
will.
It might.
It because after
Usually
that,
a
after
full.
you initially, after you initially fill up,
Uh-huh.
as my daddy would say, you blow out the engine, your gas run a lot smoother and it go a lot further
Yeah.
after you fill up after that.
Yeah.
But usually a full tank of gas I can drive for about, let me see, maybe 7 hours.
But highway miles is different. It's different on the highway.
I'm talking about highway miles.
And you can only go 7 out for a full tank?
Yeah.
How much does it cost to fill up your tank though?
See, with the gas prices now, it costs me like over 50. Well, I don't know how much really, because when it got to 50, I just stopped.
What are you driving?
I
A Hummer?
think it would cost $65.
Well, see,
I ain't never paid over $60.
I have to do the premium fuel though. That's probably it.
I'm about to say I put in half a tank the other day and it cost me $50.
Well, I used to drive to Texas all the time, and the last time was probably about 4 years ago, and we would never spend like over $60 going one way.
Really?
So I think it really has something to do.
Well, I'm like, I done drove.
When gas was
When I
cheap,
drive to Texas and Arkansas, it don't cost me that much.
And that wasn't even when gas was cheap, because we used to drive out of town every single freaking year. So I just think that, it probably depends on the age of your car,
Yeah. Because when I first moved back from Florida, I was living like almost it would take me about 2 hours highway miles for my round trip commute. So I could go to work for like maybe 2 days and then have to fill up 2 or 3 days and maybe fill up again. So there's like 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours,
Mm-hmm.
So those were all interstate miles though.
That's doing too much.
Yeah, when we drove to Memphis.
I had some financial issues, so I kind of had to.
I think it cost us like $65 to get to Memphis.
How much? 65?
It was like maybe $60 to $70 to get to Memphis from Omaha.
So how far? Did you see how far it was from Detroit to here?
I'm putting it in here now. Let's see, Detroit.
Because how we always used to have out of town. We always take turns.
I used to have a little creep back up in. We had a little creep up in Detroit.
Oh,
lived on the outskirts.
You had a sneaky, creepy, freaky. What you call him? A sneaky freak?
She had her sneaky link. You ain't going, Diva.
You had
baby. I used to have. I had them across country. I had one in Jersey and one in
You had one in every area code.
She had hoes. She had hoes.
I had one. What is that? Baltimore.
Area codes.
Diva got hoes.
Okay, so Miss Disla would get there before me. It's only 10 hours and 53 minutes for her.
Oh, okay. All right,
so she get there about 2 hours
before me. Here at like 11 a.m. or like 9 a.m.
Yeah.
So that gives Cislo time to get set up to cook us breakfast.
Thank you.
Oh no, because she's gonna get here and have to put.
That's right. She said she can't cook, even though she lying.
She ain't gonna cook. She's gonna bake all right. She gonna be.
She got to swing back her house before she goes to the restaurant.
Oh, and that's exactly what she gonna do. She gonna
swing my way.
You know what? She got to check on his injuries. I'm gonna
say he's too booked to be talking stuff, man.
No, for real
She
though.
gonna nurse him back
If
to
y'all time
health.
to go to breakfast for real.
Miss Sislo, I got a little box under my bed. Don't make me start pulling out these toys.
Oh
I
damn.
ain't afraid of pulling out stuff on the live. You ain't ready for this. Don't play with me.
Oh, he said a box under the bed. I started thinking about. See, I don't watch too many crime shows. I thought you were talking about putting her under the bed in the box.
I knew you was going there.
I did. That was where my mind went.
That could be arranged too. There's no problem. I think about it.
I'm gonna sit over here and eat my catfish. I ain't gonna say nothing else. I'm gonna eat my fish.
I was thinking the same thing.
You know what? I was just sitting here thinking she left herself wide open for that one.
Hey, Comedy was saying you about to make some fish.
I'm saying I'm gonna eat. I'm sitting here and eat my catfish.
And I was like, she left herself wide open.
Comedy, you
Mama
got some
fried
catfish?
some.
How many?
Mama
Tell
fried
your
it
mama I
early.
want a piece of catfish.
Mama, one of your adopted children want a piece of a catfish.
Mama.
Is that your son?
Mama. You said what? Who said that, Cam?
That was me.
Oh, that was Miss Sisla.
I gotta mess with my mom. That's our thing.
Man, don't be talking about no catfish and it's midnight and I'm hungry and ain't nothing cooked around here. Everything
That's
froze.
when y'all started talking about food early. I'm like, I ain't even had no dinner. And they on here talking about food.
Thank you. I'm about to go there and make some eggs. I'm gonna make some eggs and put that Easter ham in the oven.
This is I didn't know you hadn't eaten. What you need to eat, honey?
I need some ham and eggs.
Your name is not Sister.
I'm talking to Carmen D.
Green eggs and ham.
I was thinking Dr. Seuss over there.
Oh my God.
We don't come there and cook for y'all for real though.
Didn't they say Dr. Seuss was a pervert? Or was that somebody else?
They trying to call him a racist now.
Oh, I knew it was something.
But if they ever paid attention to his books, they would have seen that a long time ago.
So how's the hat? How's the hat and how's that racist? Please explain. The cat in the hat.
No, his pictures. There were pictures that he drew of black people, and they was black. They was magic marker black.
Yeah, I remember all that, but it was like
crazy.
I mean, that's just how they drew black people back then.
Thank you, and I'm saying people they thinking with a 21st century mind,
They
but you
thinking
got
with a Black Lives Matter mind. That's what they doing.
Because I don't know if y'all ever heard of it. Me and my daughter was looking at some Dr. Seuss stuff, and he has a story he wrote called about the Sneetches. Have y'all ever seen that one?
Yep.
And to me, it was actually, I'm like, it was teaching people that just because somebody looks different or, like teaching against racism. So I was giving him credit to that. I was like, even back then, it was like a subtle hint that racism was wrong, but it's like the Sneetches, you had the group of Sneetches that had the stars, and then you had the group that didn't have the stars. And
but
the
see,
ones
the thing about it, back then you couldn't be as politically, I mean,
right.
It ain't like now where everything you did, everything you wrote, everything you directed, it couldn't be always black and white.
Right. But
everything
he did such a good job. Look at that if you get a chance. He did a good job on speaking against treating people different based on physical appearance.
Right, but I see, you know what I hate? It's just like they do with all the comedians. They go back 5,000-10,000 years, and then they pick and they pluck. And it's like, okay, this person, the way they was back then, don't necessarily mean they're the way that they are right now during Black Lives Matter.
I think they done took all the fun out of comedy anyway, because you got to be politically correct on everything.
Thank you.
Right, they scared to say anything.
Can we just laugh?
Right.
That's why I love Dave Chappelle. When he came out with Sticks and Stones, I swear that was the best comedy. I mean, because he talked about every fucking body. Oh, girl, you gotta watch it.
But
he talked about every. He didn't leave nobody unturned.
That's even
I'm
like
like,
that Kevin
Kevin Hart
Hart.
is
A
not
lot of
funny to
people
me.
didn't like his last stand up. I liked his last stand up in his basement in his house. But
Girl,
these
I fell
comedians
asleep
are getting to
watching
the
that.
point where and you might not enjoy it. A lot of people did, but
I didn't see it yet.
these comedians are getting to the point where they're like, fuck it. I just want to
Mm-hmm.
make
Yeah.
people laugh. I don't want to be
Right.
politically correct. I don't want to be, we
Cause you
just
know
want
what?
to laugh.
I thought that whole, was it the cowboy and Indian thing that he got in so much flack about a
Oh
few months
yeah,
ago?
for his kid
I
birthday
thought
party.
that was so dumb to make a big stink out of that. I was just like, cowboys and Indians now that's offensive.
Right?
Well,
Because I was always a
silly,
cowboy.
Right.
silly
I'm just
Tony just
like,
made a point.
it's like you looking for stuff.
Yep, silly
Mm-hmm.
Tony just made a point. She said, and the white comedians can't say nothing else, and that's true.
Right.
Because we're
You know
used to
what?
white people, we're used to every race joking about the different races. It's not
Yeah.
like they hate blacks or they hate Mexicans or Asians.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's
Right.
funny. And the shit, some of the stereotypes be so fucking true.
Right. And
Yeah,
You
we
know
like
what? I
Kool-Aid.
seen
And
something.
watermelon. Yeah, we like Kool-Aid and watermelon. Yeah, we do.
fried chicken.
I seen something,
And
and they
fried
were
chicken.
saying we are, especially Black people, we have, and especially in the last about 10 years, we have become so overly sensitive,
And it's
and
crazy.
we nitpick about
Mm-hmm.
we find stuff to pick about and complain about. And
Yep.
it's like the stuff that you should be complaining about and fighting about, you
They're
say
not.
nothing about. But you like you said, they go back 5-10 years about something somebody posted on Twitter.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why are you digging that damn hard, first of all? In
I don't know.
somebody's Twitter from 5 years ago. I ain't got time. Or
And
the inclination to do it.
people be really losing endorsements and deals because of something they said 10, 15 years ago. But that was also
Right.
before the world took a change, like maybe 10 years
All this
ago.
politically correct shit. And I tell people I am
Yes.
the least politically correct motherfucker you will ever meet.
Same here. I
I'm
am
not
crazy.
sugarcoating
I am
shit for none of
kooky.
y'all.
I am
I'm
crazy. I am
still,
That is
kooky.
not
I'm silly. I like to laugh. I'm
me too.
immediate. I mean, some of the
I tell
stupidest
people
shit.
that is not my
Everybody gets
job to secure your feelings. My job is not to
Right.
secure your feelings.
Yep.
My job is to tell people exactly what it is, and how you receive it. That's on you.
Yep.
What about my
That has
feelings?
nothing
Your
to do
feelings
with
don't
me.
matter?
And
But
you
you know
can
what?
even tell
I'm
from your
still mad.
stand-up comedians.
Can I please say
You,
something?
yeah, you go ahead, Mr. Slow Beautiful. Go ahead.
Baby, can you please? About the Indians, part, it was racist, if you want to be honest with you.
You said
And
what?
the
The
cowboy
Indians.
Indians.
Oh,
Because what happened was they portrayed Indians to be bad people, or they portrayed them to be thieves or whatever, when they were the ones, in fact, killing the Indians and stealing the land. So they did pick them in a negative way because they made it seem appear back in those days that the Indians were all bad people, kill them off, and there's the Indians and this, that, and the other. But when they were stealing their land, and all they were doing was trying to live and survive. So
and see, I
Well,
don't even know what y'all talking about. I
I
don't even know
100%
what y'all
agree
talking
with
about.
that. I 100% agree with that. But my thing is, if it's a comedy show,
If
if
it's
it's
a
part of a
comedy
comedy
show, it's
routine,
supposed to be funny. And
I'm
comedy
not
It's,
gonna.
it
shows,
wasn't even,
it's like,
that part wasn't even about being a comedy. That was a kid's birthday party,
see,
and they were.
But when he telling the
And
story about it,
can
no,
somebody
this was
direct me to
people.
a link? Can somebody direct me somewhere so I can watch what y'all
I don't
talking
know. Look it
about?
up. It's
I only
Kevin
got
Hart.
sneaky on
A
Slack.
couple of years ago, he had a birthday party for one of his kids. I
Okay.
think it was the baby boy. What's his name? Inco or whatever. But yeah, and so
No,
they
that's
had
racist. His name is not Inco.
whatever his name is, something
My
Ico,
feelings are hurt.
whatever,
that's
Igloo, shit,
his white name.
whatever. but it was a dress up, and it was cowboys and Indians, and somebody got the pins in a bunch, and they went and started reporting. Oh, it was that was racist to have this. That was so insensitive to have this birthday party with cowboys and Indians. It was like, okay, but cowboys and Indians did exist, did they not?
Yeah,
And
just
you mean to tell
Google
me
Kevin Hart
as a
Cowboys
kid
and
you
Indians.
never played? As a kid, you never played cowboys and Indians? Because I know we played the hell out of it.
See,
I can't speak for nobody else.
I thought they got offended because he was talking about the party during a comedy show or something. I didn't realize they were just basing it off the fact that he had the party.
Nope. Yeah. Just because of the party.
See, that's nitpicking to me.
That's what I'm saying. If you feel that way, then you need to get the fuck up out of my life. Then, if that's how you feel, you want to nitpick what I do for my kid, you need to go.
Kevin Hart.
Exactly.
I'm gonna play this real quick because some other people might be in the dark like I am. I kind of remember it, but just in case.
Well, Kevin Hart's son, Kenzo, celebrated his first birthday this past weekend, but the party theme is getting some pretty tough backlash. Hart and his wife, Aniko, threw the baby a Cowboys and Indians themed birthday. Parrish posted these pictures on Instagram showing the guests wearing Native American blankets and cowboy hats. Social media users are saying the theme is a form of cultural appropriation. Some even say the timing of the party is insensitive, citing the celebration is so close to Thanksgiving. Hart and Parrish have not yet commented.
Well, hell, Thanksgiving in itself is a contradiction then because.
Thank you.
I think people are just overly sensitive. I just think people are just overly sensitive. Like you can't joke. I mean, comedy, okay, comedians by historically, comedians all the way back like hundreds of years, they talk about all kind of different issues, racist issues, different races, be it talking about somebody or judging somebody for how they live, how they eat, how they, it's historically, it's just for laugh and giggles. It's not to like be just bringing somebody down or condemning somebody for how they raise their kids. Like there's some Mexicans across the street from me and they got like 15 cars in their yard. I mean, it's just some things that might be stereotypical. It might be some things that might be stereotypical, and we laugh about it, but sometimes it's really true. So
that's why I can laugh at the black jokes because, like, but do y'all remember when they made a big deal about?
I laugh at everybody.
About Kramer. Remember when Kramer did the comedy show? And there was a lot of black
he's a nigger. He's a nigger.
But didn't he say something about hanging people or something?
Well, he said they would take him out in the back and shoot him like a dog.
He said, "What now?"
I don't know. I don't remember that part, but I remember him yelling.
Now, if somebody said they would go hang a black person, yeah, that's totally like.
Yeah, I think he went there.
He was saying that a couple of years ago they would have took him out back and hung him.
Okay, so he didn't necessarily say I'm going to hang you. He was just saying some time ago this would have happened. Okay,
because somebody was heckling him. He had a heckler.
Yeah,
he had a heckler, and he was saying years ago they would have took him out back and hung him, and so they was trying to take him. Right, and they were trying to escort him out, and the dude kept talking shit, and all I remember is him yelling, "He's a nigger! He's a nigger!" And that's when I was like, "Yes, I'm done."
I can see why some people would have come down on him on that. I can see it, but
I canceled Michael Richards from then on.
It's a lot of people that have been canceled for maybe the last 5 or 10 years. But for the most part, most comedians are doing the same exact thing that comedians have been doing for ever since the Red Fox days, ever since the early Richard Pryor days, ever since it's so many comedians. The Dolomite, ever since then they doing the same shit. They making the same jokes. They just saying it a different way. But now we so overly damn sensitive. It's like
That's true.
Some comedians don't even know what to say sometimes anymore. They like, okay, what can I joke about? What
Yeah,
can
because you
I
know
joke about the president? Can I
the
joke about the
sexual orientation is a thing now too. You can't joke about that.
Yeah, it's like you can't joke about nothing anymore.
Like I was showing my son clips of In Living Color, and I said
Oh,
they would
And that was
never
all the way
be able
politically
to show
incorrect.
this show.
but why
They
won't
would
they
never
put In
be able to
Living
show this
Color?
show again.
You
But why
right.
won't they
They
put
would
In
never.
Living Color on Hulu and Netflix? They got Saturday Night Live.
Oh no. In Living Color, half of the jokes was about gay people
I know, but I would
or
love to see In
trans.
Living Color on Hulu or Netflix.
Well, you gonna have to look it up on YouTube because that's the
I
only
know
place you can see
that's what
it.
I be doing. That's really what I be doing. I'll just type in
That's
Living
a shame.
Color. Yeah.
Because I mean, it was funny.
But
It was
Saturday Night Live, they made fun of everybody. Gay,
Right.
straight,
They still do.
presidents. They still do. So why can't we
I
have
I
haven't
and
love.
watched it in years.
it's on Hulu and Netflix. So why can't we have In Living
My two
Color?
favorite SNL was my two favorite skits, or two of them anyway, was the ambiguously gay guys, that cartoon, Batman and Robin. They was ambiguously gay, and Pat.
See,
You never knew if Pat was
I
a
remember
man or a
Pat.
woman.
I remember Pat. I used to
I
like the
remember Pat
church
always
lady.
had to pee.
Well, you
I
know who
used to
I
like the
like?
church lady.
My
Oh,
girl
the church
was
lady
the
was the shit.
sister. My girl was the sister sitting in the window like the 227 chick. You ain't heard it from me.
Oh, you talking about In Living Color?
That's
We
what I'm
talking
talking
about
about. Yeah, In
SNL.
Living Color.
Oh, we was talking about Saturday Night Live.
Bonita Betrayal. You talking about Bonita Betrayal?
Yeah, you ain't heard it from me.
Bonita.
But Nita
And then
Brown, you ain't
I ain't
heard
the
it from
one to
me.
gossip.
You ain't heard it from me.
And they need to
and
put
you
227 on there. Speaking of, let's go back to all these black TV shows. They need to put 227 on Hulu
Amen. They need to
and
put Amen on.
and oh my God, there's so many older black television shows
We
that.
had black shows back then, and now we have none. It's like you can watch a
But we
quote
got every fucking
unquote
white
white
TV
movie.
show. We got all the
But
Kramers. We
this is
got
what killed
Frasers.
me.
We got hold on. We got
You can
Taxi.
watch
We
a
got
white show,
everything.
and it's like black people, they living in New York City, and they don't, black people don't even fucking exist. Blacks
So
and Hispanics don't even exist in New York City.
we
Are
got
you
Seinfeld.
serious?
We got
well,
Seinfeld.
you
We
know
got
what?
every throwback white TV comedy sitcom prime time. But we don't have no. Oh, all we got is Moesha. And what's the other one?
The
Which I
Parker,
couldn't stand.
the
The
Parker,
Parkers.
I couldn't stand the
Moesha
Parkers either
and
because
the
they was just so
Parkers
ghetto and stupid.
Martin.
and Mr. Cooper. Martin ain't even on Hulu and Netflix, but we can see them on cable all the time. On
I
you
thought
know,
Martin was on Netflix. Maybe I'm thinking about
Mm-mm.
Amazon.
I ain't
I
seen
got
Martin on Netflix.
Amazon. Maybe it's
We got Mr.
Amazon.
Cooper. We got Hanging with Mr. Cooper, Moesha. What's the other one y'all
The
said?
Parker.
The
The Parkers.
Parkers. Those are like the main ones. But all
Yep.
the white primetime sitcoms, they all from MASH, Cheers, they all on Netflix
I ain't
and
gonna
Hulu.
lie. I was I've always
I love
watched the
MASH and
main.
Cheers.
I watched the mainstream white sitcoms all my life. Cheers is my favorite
But
sitcom
I love them
ever.
too. I love them too. But why can't we have
And
all the older
Frasier,
black ones on there?
I
man,
love
Frasier
Frasier.
was the shit. I
Yeah.
love
I
Frasier.
understand
You
why they
know
don't
what
want Bill
used to be my
Cosby on
favorite?
there.
I used to
You said
love
what?
Laverne and Shirley.
They
Yeah.
even got designing women on there. Did y'all see
I
that?
used to love that too.
They got
Designing William was
designing
funny.
women on. They got designing women on Hulu and Netflix.
Yeah, I watched
They
it.
got all the old white shows, all the white comedy primetime shows. Now I can see if they don't want Bill Cosby on there. You know the Cosby Show,
But it is on there, right?
But
but
that show should be on there because that was a show that represented upwardly mobile
I know
black
what it
people. They
represented. But
weren't
you know
maids, they weren't
they ain't feeling
taxi
him.
drivers, they
But they
weren't.
ain't feeling him like that, Karma Diva. They ain't about to put the Cosby Show
It
on
ain't, you know
Netflix.
what? If that's the case, then they need to take all them white shows off because hell, look at Seventh Heaven. The daddy was he was a preacher on there, but he was fucking little
Is
teenage
Seven
girls
Heaven on there?
in real life.
Seven Heaven on
I
there
don't
too?
know. I don't know, but I'm just
I
saying.
ain't seen Seven Heaven on there.
No, I'm just using that as a.
But yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. But yeah, they not feeling Bill right now or the Cosby Show. Like when the last time you seen the Cosby Show on any? Where can you see the Cosby Show?
Well, we watch it, but we got a lot of those
You know what?
different
You could see it
channels.
on
So
Amazon Prime. I
Oh,
watch it on Amazon
I
Prime.
have
Mhm.
Amazon Prime. Maybe that's
I do
where
have
we saw it.
I do have Amazon
Because
Prime. I just don't really. I ain't really like went on there looking at shit
Because
yet.
I
Oh,
was
I
gonna
love
say,
Amazon
my
Prime.
daughter just recently binge watched all of the Cosby seasons, so it's on one of them.
Hey,
And trust me, I love the Cosby Show. I
You
don't
got
care
a
what.
different world on there.
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
say I don't care what Cosby did because I do care what he did. But I'm just saying.
yeah, we binge watched Different World too.
And I love me some different world. Oh my god, I love me some different world.
Hmm.
But so where can I find 227? Is that on there?
Nope.
I've
Because I need
seen
The
somebody to
Punky
put
Brewster's
227.
on.
I don't know
Punky Brewster's on,
which
and they did
network.
the reboot. I like the reboot of Punky Brewster. I like it.
I
Punky
haven't
Brewster
seen.
was okay. It was
Yeah.
alright.
I love Punky Brewster.
See,
It was alright. It
I
was
would take
alright.
a sitcom over a movie. I don't do a lot of movies,
Me
but I
too.
watch sitcoms.
Oh, do y'all
But
remember what
I
was
don't
that other
want these
show?
new ones
Amen.
though. Yeah,
Amen. Remember that
yeah.
one?
Saturday night.
I mentioned that one
That was
already, but
my
yep, amen.
show.
It was
But we
Amen
need to
227.
how did
we
that
need
end?
these
Hmm.
black shows on Hulu and Netflix. We need them to put these black older shows on Hulu and Netflix. It ain't right.
Yeah, 227 is not showing anywhere.
They got like 50 gazillion white primetime older TV comedy shows on
But
Hulu
you
and
know what?
Netflix.
You can see 227 on regular TV because, like, my mom has that. You know,
What
when you don't have
channel?
cable, when you don't
What
have
channel?
cable and you got that Me TV and that
Over the
bounce,
air.
Me
they show it on
TV.
there.
But
Me
see,
You
TV.
know,
it depends. The Me
you
TV stations are all different.
I
oh,
ain't never
okay.
heard of Me TV.
It's
You ain't
like
heard
when
of
you
Me
don't have
TV?
cable.
I heard of We TV. I ain't never heard of Me
Me
TV.
Me Me
Me
TV
TV is
is
free.
free over the air. You got to have just a
Hmm.
regular antenna.
Yeah,
It's one of
you
Oh,
them
gotta
I
have
extra
don't have a.
channels.
See,
what you
we just
call
got
them.
cable, so I wouldn't have even known about it. But I do have an antenna somewhere around here.
Well,
But
see, I
Oh,
got
we
then
cable,
it
but I
depends on
still can
what
pick
part of the
up.
city you're in too.
I
Some
got
Oh,
parts
cable,
don't
but
them
don't
I
get it.
still can
antenna
pick up Me
shows.
TV.
Now them extra antenna shows, honey. Before I started like streaming stuff, that was them. They had some good shows on there.
and
Yeah,
it's
because
called
they show that
Me
old stuff.
TV. I ain't never heard of Me TV.
Me, yep, Me TV. They show a lot. Hell, they even show the Flintstones on there.
Yeah,
Hold
me
on, I'm about to look it up. Me TV.
I can't believe she ain't never heard of Me TV.
I
You
can't
I,
either.
gonna get
Ion
you
and
gonna get boogered
Start.
up.
Start is my shit. I could. Oh, when
I,
Start came on, that was my shit.
I honestly ain't never heard. I mean, you need an antenna, so it ain't on cable.
You can get it
Yeah,
on
it's on
cable.
cable.
I have it on cable.
Well, it's on Cox cable. You
Oh,
can't get it
okay,
on
that's
Direct
why.
TV or anything like that.
That's why I haven't. Yeah, because I got Dish. That's why.
Yeah, you can't get it
Oh
on
yeah,
dish.
you ain't gonna get it on dish.
Yeah, that's why.
Cause like at my
Hmm.
mom's house, the TV in the front room doesn't have. They got dish, but they don't have it on that TV. So they
Uh-huh.
have to watch like they watch the Bounce channel and Me TV and you
Mhm.
See,
know.
and for us, bounce is we don't have that.
Oh,
We
it's
would
not
have
like a free
to
one.
you'd have to like download it as an app to watch it,
You know
or
what? You
No,
know
they
what,
got regular. Huh?
Karma Diva? I'm looking at Dish right now on MeTV. They said it's channel number 247.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I got that channel.
it should be free because it's a
Hold
free
on, let me
channel.
check. Hold on, I'm about to turn my TV on right now. Hold on.
But yeah, those
I'm about to
channels.
find out if I get some MeTV, y'all. Hold
Yeah,
up.
because they show like 227 and
Now, Channel
Benson
6,
and
like Cozy and all of that. See, I used to watch Cozy so I could watch The Office and The Nanny and
I love The Office. Me and my daughter will binge watch that too.
I've seen it 20 times. The entire season.
Beat her. She getting loud. Beat her. Just beat her. Tell her Harpo sent you.
Look, all
Oh,
right,
there you
Whoopi
go.
Goldberg.
I got MeTV, y'all. I got MeTV.
See, you
And
was
my,
just hyperfluted. You didn't know about the free
It's on
stuff.
she was
channel
high falutin.
240. Hold up, I'm watching. Hold up, what's this?
Yeah, you
Um,
girl.
is it Alfred Hitchcock? No, it's the Twilight
Yeah.
Zone.
Yeah, they
Oh
show
no, I
that
don't
old
fuck with
stuff.
the Twilight Zone.
Oh, I
They
love
show
the
some.
Twilight Zone.
They show
I
some of
love the
everything.
Twilight Zone.
I have
They
always been
show.
afraid of the Twilight Zone.
No, you
I
know
Mm-mm.
don't like that
favorite,
either. I
my
don't like it
favorite
either,
episode.
Tommy.
My favorite
Mm-mm.
episode on the Twilight Zone was that one where the man, they was like, it looked like a whole family in the city and whoop whoop whoop. Then you come to find out it was a doll house and all the people was in the doll house, but they
Mm-mm.
made it seem like it was like a whole city, people doing all this crazy shit, and it was all this doll house. They was pushing, somebody was pushing the cars, making the people walk and all that, but it was creepy. It was real creepy. That was one of my favorite episodes. But thank
See,
you guys.
I don't like it. I
I've
don't
never
like
seen the Twilight
the
Zone.
Twilight Zone because a lot of that stuff was so spooky that it could happen. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And that used to scare the shit out of me. So I ain't watched that show since I was probably 11.
I love the Twilight Zone, but I'm into all that
Look,
creepy, scary, suspenseful.
That's why I watched the Travel Channel to watch the ghost stories.
I'm into
are
all that
y'all
kind of stuff.
are y'all old enough to remember Dark Shadows?
Nope.
Dark
No,
I
I've
guess I'm
heard
not.
of it.
I
I've
guess
heard
I'm
my
the
mama
only
mention it.
old person.
Uh-uh.
I've heard my mama mention it over and over and over again. But
It was. I didn't watch it because it was scary, but it was like a
they said
scary.
it was a good show, though.
It was like a
I heard it was
scary
really
soap
good.
opera type scary.
Dark
Yeah,
Shadow.
Yeah, look it
yeah.
up. Google.
I heard it was.
I'm gonna Google it.
I remember Creature Features. Does that count?
Oh, I remember Creature Feature. I remember that one.
I don't know
Every
Creature
Saturday.
Yep, I remember that one.
Cause see, Dark Shadows
Dr.
used to come on back
Sanguinary.
in the 80s
Yes.
after Saturday Night Live went off.
Dark Shadows. It says it would ran from 1966 to 1971.
But they showed the reruns in the 80s.
Yeah, I don't remember it.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember it at all. But if
But
it
see,
was in
I'm
the
like,
80s,
you still in your 30s though, right, Tanya?
The
hell
fuck she is.
no. I wish.
Curtis said
You
the
see
fuck
my
she is.
face? You see my face?
Why did
You
Curtis
almost made
answer
me
that
choke on my
question
pop.
before you?
You see my face? 30s. I wish.
How old are you?
Curtis
If I was in my
stupid
30s, I'd
as
still be able to do a tabletop at least.
Are you
hell.
early 40s?
I'm like halfway through there.
She late 40.
Okay, well you
She
ought to
late.
remember it then, because
I don't remember it, but see, you have
I'm
to keep
about to
in
be
mind that.
47.
Keep in mind
Look, she on
that I
the
was
look.
raised
She on
in
the
a
rough
very.
side of the mountain.
Keep in mind
She
I
on the
was
rough side
raised.
of the mountain.
You ain't too far behind me, okay? Okay.
On the rough side of the mountain.
I might be in my mid-40s, but okay.
But I'm older than you, right, Tanya? I'm gonna turn 47.
Oh yeah,
right
you older.
behind me, so don't even let her
Curtis,
slide.
I didn't need you to validate it that deeply. Oh yeah, you older.
She
I
like
tell
she
you,
ain't
Carmel
no
Diva.
damn
Look,
spring chicken.
on
Carmel Diva, no
Tuesday,
spring
I
look,
gotta,
I'm gonna
I
tell
gotta
y'all.
fuck with
I'm gonna give
everybody
you a
equally.
hint.
I can't discriminate.
How old are
I'm
you?
gonna give
Carmel
you
Diva
a
is no
hint.
spring chicken.
I'm
Why
gonna
she
give
ain't
y'all
talking
a
about
hint to
somebody
how
dead?
old Carmel Diva is. I'm gonna give you a hint to how old Carmel Diva will be on
She flipped the
Tuesday.
switch on first Sunday.
I'm about to go to hell. I'm about to be go to hell. I'm about
She
to
cooked the
be
eggs on Easter.
Hank
The first
Aaron in
Easter,
here.
she cooked
I'm
the
about to
eggs.
be Hank Aaron up in here. Now, if you know anything about Hank Aaron, that's what I'm about to be now.
Old as fuck.
Oh my
Well, you
god.
know what's I was born on the day Hank Aaron made his famous home run. He did on the day I was born.
That was
Oh,
1943.
74. April 4th,
And as far as I'm concerned,
1974.
you only as old as you feel, honey.
I guess
You as
I'm
old
older
as you feel.
in here then.
You older than me,
what
Mrs.
you
Stone?
saying?
You
You
only
don't
as
look it.
old as you feel, okay? So
Well, then I feel about 82.
Shit, I'm
really,
24.
really, Camera Diva.
My
Anywho,
body feel that way.
No,
My
Tony,
body is, my spirit ain't.
what I was gonna say, what I was gonna say, Mel, is when I was younger, we couldn't watch everything because of our very religious mother.
Okay.
So
Well,
it might not be that I
I
just
guess
did, you know what I mean? It was a lot of
because
things we could not, we just couldn't watch.
that would have been considered demonic.
Yeah, we couldn't
Yeah.
watch the Twilight Zone. We couldn't watch none of that shit. I didn't watch all that shit until I got older in my own place, and it was watching the reruns.
And look at her now. So proud of
So
Tanya.
Well, you know
I
what?
couldn't watch all that shit. I couldn't.
We didn't get to watch a lot of stuff, but it wasn't so much about religion as it was. We had to be in the bed by 7:30 and missed everything.
No, even when
7:30.
we
No,
got,
I was just coming in the house.
even when we got to,
I
Alexa,
kid you
turn
not,
on
it
the
would
light.
still be daytime outside, and we would be in the bed.
no,
Oh,
even
fuck
when we
that.
got like teenagers and late teenagers, we literally had like, I ain't gonna lie, we really didn't even have a curfew when we got
Really?
into the, yeah, we didn't. And
I was
but
in the
I
12th
didn't.
grade.
the same thing ruled inside the house. It was only gospel music played. We couldn't
No
listen. I
card.
mean, it didn't matter what time we came up in the house, but she still had like, you talking about embarrassing. We used to stay, okay, we always stayed in the hood, right? But in this one particular house, we stayed right on the alley. So just imagine your mama blasting gospel music and preaching as loud as it can possibly go all day long. And your friends come over, why your mama playing that damn shit all day long? Because she says she wants to save everybody in the neighborhood.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, that was a
we
noble
lived in a
ambition.
really religious home. So,
Well, I was a senior in high school and still had to be in the bed by 10.
nah. The thing about it
In the
is,
bed?
Hold on. Who's
In the
bed?
bed.
Who's
as long as
bed?
we did our homework, as long as we got up to go to school the next morning on time and did our homework, our mom didn't really care what time we came into the house at night. She really
And see,
did.
that's why I stay up as late as I want to now. Cause for 20 years, I had to be in the bed by 10.
She said 20 years. Wait a minute, 20?
Nah,
Hold on.
I
She's
ain't
talking
been
about
used to be
20
like
years a
that.
slave. Oh, baby.
It
I
used to
didn't
be
leave.
like that for me till I got like 15 or 16, and then that's when it changed. Once
Now,
I hit like 15 or 16,
as long as you lived in my daddy's house, you followed my daddy's rules, and I ain't moved out till I was 20.
yeah, it was
Oh,
like,
man.
I don't know, because most of the time I'd be like even like if I had like a part-time job, like I used to work at like McDonald's and Burger King in high school. So sometimes I had to work till 10, 11, 12, 1 in the morning.
Well, see,
So
when I was in high school, they wouldn't let you work after 10 as a
in
teenager.
the summertime they will.
Oh, yeah. In the
In the
summer, they
summertime you could be there at 4, 5 in the morning, open and close and all that in the summertime.
yeah, if it was work, now I worked at Taco Bell when I was in high school. That was different. But if it was a school night, I was in the bed by 10.
Nah, shit. I'm telling you, once we got
Hell, I
15,
was just doing homework then.
it was like around 15, 16 that my mom was like, okay, these heifers or these heathens gonna do what the fuck they want to do. That's when the change came.
Was she still
And
blasting the music though?
yeah, she was still doing her shit, but we would be out in the street doing our shit. And we never wanted our friends to come over our house because it was like we couldn't watch TV. We couldn't, I mean, she always watched the news, Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, and that's like it. Like,
She ain't watching no soaps.
she was
So
really
y'all couldn't
strict.
play cards and stuff at home?
No cards, no dominoes, no anything, no. We could
Wow.
play checkers. We could not checkers. We could play what's the other one?
Chess,
No,
Connect Four.
Connect Four. We could play Connect Four, but
Y'all
we
couldn't
could play
play
Oh,
anything.
my
What
God.
about
Anything
Uno?
that had to do with playing cards or dice, we could not do.
Hold on. Who was that?
That was her daughter.
Oh, she be
I'm
getting
with
beat.
you, baby. I'm with the baby.
I swear,
I'm with the baby
very
on that
great.
one.
And that's why when we got around the age, and see me, I got around the age of 15 and 16 before I just was like, and I'm about to be out in these streets and doing what the fuck I want to. My brothers, they started younger. They started at 11, 12, 13, around that age, and my mother could barely get them to come home. It was like,
At 12 and 13?
yeah, at 11, 12, 13. I remember times when my brothers was like 12, 13, and my mother would call me because by then I moved out. And she would call me, Tanya, the boys won't come home and they over here at this lady's house and she just letting them do whatever they want to do. And she was like, I don't want to have to call the cops because my mother was getting in trouble for, what do they call it when the kids don't go to school? Truancy. So I would go over there and I would talk to the, well, not talk necessarily, but, you know, where my brothers at, send them motherfuckers out, you know, whatever. And they would go home. But it was like, my mother, you know how somebody like calls you whenever they get into something and they be like, come. But then it always goes back to what it was. So I stopped coming. My mother said, I need help to bring the boys home. So eventually it got to the point where she had to put them in, like,
boys home.
places like that. Places like that. Like Cooper Village. You know where Cooper Village is, y'all?
Yeah.
Cooper Village, yeah. She had to put them in places like that because they wouldn't go to school, they wouldn't come home because they friends' parents was allowing them to do everything that they couldn't do at home.
Wow.
From
That age is just so young.
Drugs, drinking, sex, all that. That they friends' parents was allowing them to do all that shit in her house.
Parents, she should have called the cops. Parents do that?
See, that's what we would call the cops. But see, they would come home, but then like the next day they gone again. So my mother didn't want to get in trouble for truancy, so she had to do what she had to do. She was like, okay, I'm not trying to go to jail. So then, you know, one of my brothers ended up graduating from college, and the other one, he ended up getting a GED. So graduated from high school. The other one got GED. But literally, that's the route that she had to take. So now I didn't go that far. I still went to school every day, even though I wasn't even at home. At when I graduated, I was living wherever I could, home to home, whoever couch, whoever bed. I was homeless because I had left home. And I still went to school every single day. So my mother didn't have to call no cops on me. She knew I was out there, but she knew also I was going to school. She even came to my graduation, even though she didn't know where I was laying my head every night. But she knew when I graduated.
Wow.
So, but my brothers,
I would have had to know where my child was laying their head at that night.
Girl, we didn't have that kind of relationship though around that time, Karma Diva. If you ain't got that relationship with you, you know. It ain't like how I am with my kids. Like my sons is 20 and 24, and they know where you at, who you going with. And it ain't like I'm going to say, like my son, he knows. If he's like, Mom, I'm going such and such, I ain't going to say no or you can't go, you grown. But I want to know exactly who you with.
Right.
Because if anything ever happened, if you come up missing, every parent should know exactly where their child is. And that's what Karma D was saying. But if you don't have a relationship with your parents, how the hell they gonna know where you at if you ain't got no relationship with them? And that's how we was at that time.
So was your mom like an older mother? No,
she had me at 17.
Oh, okay. I guess I was thinking because of all the religious stuff, she might have been older.
She had me at 17. No, she was not religious when she had me. She met this lady came to her house when we used to stay in the projects when I was like, I don't know, 2 or 3 or 4. And this lady kept coming to her house every weekend.
Like a Jehovah's Witness.
Can I talk to you about Jesus? Can I talk to you about, and it wasn't no Jehovah's Witness. It was just a regular Pentecostal, non-denominational, church.
Okay.
But every weekend they would go to the hood, to the projects,
trying
to save souls. And so one day, after weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, my mother finally was like, God, let me just go to this lady's church. And she went to the church. She really enjoyed it. And that's when we got in the church when I was like 4 or 5 years old. And I was in church all the way from then.
So you didn't know no difference.
My mother was never like a bad person. Like she wasn't like my mother. If anybody ever met her, they know she's calm, she's sweet, she's quiet, she don't like to get in shit. You could do something to my mom, and all she'll say is, "I'm gonna just pray for you."
So is that how the boys, because they kind of were running over her?
Yeah, because my mother was total opposite of us.
She didn't spank you. She didn't.
When we was younger, we got spankings when we was younger, but once we got a certain age, it's like, fuck this shit.
We were still getting our ass beat at 14, 15.
No. The last time my mother tried to hit me, my auntie had to pull me off of her because I'm too old. You're not about to whip me.
How old was that?
My last ass whooping, I was 13.
Like, I don't know. I was probably 15, 16. And the reason why I got a whooping, it wasn't even valid. and my
Okay.
auntie was there, and she was like, "Don't whoop her, don't hit her." But she tried to, and I snatched the belt out of her hand. It was all she wrote.
Yeah, because I remember you
And
telling
not
us
like I'm proud of it, not like I'm proud of it, but
right.
I used to get whoopings all the time for. A lot of people say they used to get whoopings for nothing. No, I literally used to get whoopings for nothing. Like we had this pastor who would tell our parents what their
Oh, I
children
remember
are
you
doing.
talking about her.
Remember that,
Yeah.
Carmelita? My
I
Yeah,
pastor
remember
I
had
you
remember
talking
you
told
about
telling
the
my
prophetess saying
my
that you were
pastor
having
had
sex.
once yeah, my pastor had once told my mother that I was having sex, and I didn't
Right.
even lose my virginity. I
So
wasn't having sex with
she was
nobody.
punishing
So
you
I
for
got
something you
home and I
never
got
done.
beat. I got beat and I got punished, and my mother wouldn't let me out the house because the pastor told her I was having sex. But I
See
didn't.
that?
I
and it was
never that
probably a reflection of
theory
what
never
either
was
she was
busted.
doing. It was probably a reflection of what that pastor was doing or her child.
Yeah, a lot of my friends in my church, we would get in trouble, like severely beaten, whooped, because of something our pastor told our parents.
See,
So
that's
that's
not
so
right.
when I say it started changing around 15, 16, that's when I started like, oh no, fuck this. I started going out in the streets. I ended up homeless. I left home. I was staying where the fuck I could. My brother
See, and
started
I'm not
earlier.
trying to knock your parents. I'm not trying to knock your parents, but I would have had to been like, how does this pastor know all of this that these kids is doing?
Because she was like, Mom, I'm telling you, she was one of those pastors who had this influence on people in the church. They would give like their last dime, their last dollar. Like when I say we were always without lights, gas, cable, phone,
See,
because she
that's
would tell
almost
people,
culture.
she would like lock the doors on the church. Ain't nobody leaving out of here till we get this much money.
I've
And da da
heard
da
about
da.
churches like that.
You know, church, yeah.
Good
So
night, Miss Sister. We love you
a lot
too.
of my family and friends,
Happy
they know all
resurrection
about
to
what we
you.
went through because they were also there in the same church. So a lot of my friends and family can testify and vouch. Like Candace, you know Candace who be in the chat sometime and on the stream.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
We sometimes talk about the shit we went through in church. Candace was there. She knows exactly what I'm talking about. But
That's
that's when I
horrible
was
that
like,
this
I'm
person
leaving
would
this house.
even do that. That's horrible that that person would even do that to children, and then that the parishioners would follow along blindly.
No, it was
That's
one time where she stood all the girls in the church. Now, mind you, most of us haven't even had sex yet. And it was like, this one gonna be pregnant this summer. This one gonna be pregnant. This person having sex right now. This person, da da da. She would line all the girls up in front of the church, and then we get home and we all get our ass whooped. Like it was bad. It was bad. So
Yeah, that
that's
was.
why a lot of people wonder why the fuck you leave home? Why was you homeless? Why was you out there in the streets? You know, that's
Yeah,
why I told Carmadiva, you talking about you never know. Like me, Carmadiva, we know each other very well. And yeah, if there's time, we definitely wouldn't like have our kids just out there and not know where they at. I have a 24-year-old, a 20-year-old. Where you going? Who you going with? Okay, love you, bye. They know that. I always have to know where they at just for my security.
peace of
You
mind.
can stay out all fucking night, but I need to know who the fuck you with.
Right.
Just in case something happen. You know?
see, my
If you
kids are
come up
such
dead on the side of
homebodies.
the road, I can tell the police at least, well, the last person I knew he was with was this person. That's kind of parent I
Right,
am. Just
right.
tell me who you with. That's all I want to know.
Hell, I used to try to get my son to go to slumber parties and go hang out in the heat. And even to this day, he is still a homebody. He'd rather be in his room, or he'll come in here. I'm surprised he ain't came in here yet. He 18. He'll come in and just sit here and kick it with me. He
Mhm.
tell people all the time he had the best times he have is just sitting in here and me and him laughing and playing around
And that's how my
because
sons are because I basically when I started raising my sons, I promised to raise them differently. Not like, and I love my mother. She's in heaven. It ain't like everything wasn't all bad. But there was some things that she did that she learned from her mother, who learned from her mother, and then like there's some of those traditional things that a lot of older parents did with their children and how they disciplined and
generational
raised them.
curses.
So it's like when I got my children, I said, we're going to have more fun. We're going to smile. We're going to laugh. We're going to have fun. We're going to tease each other. We're going to go to the movies. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. But my children know there's a thin line between, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh yeah,
You
my
will
kids
get
know.
disciplined if you getting out of line. You will get disciplined.
Mhm.
So
There's no
they
such
knew,
thing as
like,
disrespect in my house, and
exactly, no disrespect, no, not with me, not with teachers, not with any adult.
right.
It was like a thin line. You can have fun, you can kick it, you can go out. I'll buy you this, I'll buy you that. But there's a very you got to have your homework done, your chores done. You got to respect me. You talk. It was a thin line,
Mhm.
but
Hmm.
I was always fair. I was always fair. I was strict, fair, and loving all at the same time. But
I
when
don't
we
know.
grew
My
up, it was
upbringing
more like
was
the
just
strict. When we grew up, it was like no love, no kisses, no I love you, no hugs, no. We didn't have that growing up.
oh
Even
wow.
with the whole religious aspect,
We and
because
that's the
church
crazy
people
thing.
believe in hugging and loving and
That's the
Right, God
crazy
is
thing.
love.
That's the crazy thing. When you see your parents hugging and kissing on people in church, and you don't
Mhm.
get that at home.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Tonya.
How many times
That's
y'all done
enough
see
to
my
drive
son come
somebody
on
to
the
therapy.
show? How many times y'all done see my son come on the show and kiss me on the cheek and walk out the room? Just be
Oh,
like,
Mhm.
"Love
all
you,
the
mom,
time.
I'm going to bed," or "Love you, mom, I'm going here." Like we started that from day one, from birth, with both my sons.
But you know what? It makes sense because my dad tells me the same thing. He said his dad never told him he loved him. He never, they didn't hug. His family was like that. So he was the complete opposite with us. Like you are with your boys, that's how my parents were with us.
And that's how my mother was with her mom. They didn't
See,
have all
I
that
didn't
growing
have.
up.
I
They didn't have that
I
growing
think
up.
I was spoiled. I had that with my parents, my grandparents, aunts and uncles. It was, I mean, I grew up with aunts and uncles that lived across the street from me and up the street, and I could have seen them all day yesterday. Went home, went to bed, and wake up, and when I seen them, it was still gonna be, come here, give me a hug. How you do
But
today,
see,
bro?
my
Mm-mm.
grandparents were like that
Nope.
with us, but they weren't like that with my dad.
We didn't have that. We didn't have that. I mean, I don't even recall my mother hugging or kissing me or telling me I love you till I was like in my 30s.
Wow.
See,
And then
that was the one thing I believe.
See,
I
that
don't.
and the church thing don't mesh.
yeah, and then by the time
I
I got up in my
mm-mm.
30s, she was sick. So it was like,
Mhm.
you know, it was towards the end of
That's
her
the
life
one
when she
thing
showed
I
that.
believe. You cannot spoil somebody too much with love. You cannot.
You can't. You
You
can't.
can spoil them with material things, but you cannot ever spoil somebody too much with love. And
You
that
can't.
was always my thing with my kids because that was what I felt as a kid. That's still what I feel as an adult.
Mm,
And that's why I said that's part of the reason why I'm going to get this damn shot because I am so used to my family and we are so tight and we are loving people. We see each other and I don't give a damn if I just
but see,
left the
that's
house
how.
and you was there and we run into each other at the store. Oh, you following me? And we're gonna go over and give each other a hug and this and that and it
Well,
just
overall
so this just
family,
boggles me.
we like when we see each other. My overall, like my extended, my second cousin, the third. You know what I mean? First cousins,
Yeah.
we like that. We see each other. What's up? Hey, I love you. How kiss, kiss, kiss. But in my immediate family, we didn't deal with that, and so that's why even to this day, like. It don't matter where we at, where we coming from, where we going. Love you, bye. See you later. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. I don't know how many times a day me and my sons tell each other we love you because that's
See,
not
with my
nothing that
kids,
I
I have
experienced
a
growing up.
I have a routine with my kids. In the morning, when I wake them up, or like when I would drop them off at school, when they were getting out the car, it was always, okay, I love you. I
Yep.
love you most of all. And, have a good day. Before they go to sleep, okay, good night. I love you most of all.
Yep.
And, I always tried to make it a habit to tell
Mhm.
them that. And
We
so
can't
it
even go
is
out the
ingrained in
house
us.
without saying I love you.
And,
Yeah.
and then I had to. We still do that to this day, but I also had to. I had to tell them it's not so much saying I love you, but we have to show that we love one another.
Right, right.
Because words are just words. Anybody can say them, but you need to show that you love that
Right.
person and
And
appreciate that
that's the
person.
thing. And that's the thing. You have to show it. And that's one thing that I instilled in my sons at a very young age. Even my two boys, they boys. But if my 24-year-old come over here today, whether it's just to say hi, mom, or drop something off, he gonna walk before he leave out that door. He gonna say, "Love you, Cam. Love you, mom." I just instilled that in them at a very young age. We don't depart from each other because you never know when it will be the last time that you be able to speak to each other.
Girl,
And
See,
you
we
don't
used
that's
to
how
ever
sing a
my
be
song.
like some people be like, well, I don't know if they really knew I loved them. I don't know if they really knew, you know.
well,
So
my parents have that too. That we always say I love you. And then my dad's big thing is he doesn't believe in saying goodbye. It's always see you later.
see you
It's a
later.
lot of people like
See you
yes,
later.
my aunt and my dad are like that. They when they hang up the phone, they will not say goodbye. They say ta
Mm-hmm.
ta, see you later. What
Yeah,
holler
ta
at
for
you later.
now. Ta for now, or yeah.
Right.
They will not say goodbye.
But
So,
see, and
Tanya,
that's why I say,
how are your brothers with their kids, or if they have kids?
um,
Are they more like your mom with the?
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Okay.
I'm gonna just say nothing like mine,
Okay.
and I hate it. I hate it, but
Well,
you know,
it's just my parents come. My dad comes from a big family. It was 11 of them at the house, and then he has four out.
mhm,
Halves, and
mhm.
it's like it's so funny with the family dynamic because, like I said, my dad grew up with the family that was his parents weren't like that, and you see how I'm telling you how he is with us, but then his sister is the complete opposite because she's not that lovey-dovey. I mean, she got two boys, but her relationship with her boys is very standoffish. She ain't that hugger and I love you and all that stuff. So that's
Oh
why I was
no,
wondering because the
no,
dynamic is
because
so different.
I have only two boys, and trust and believe. Cameron, I could call him in here right now, and he'll say we were never like spoiled. We were never coddled. We were, you know how they say, mama's boys. You know all the kind of. No, 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 no.
Right.
I never did that with them. I treated them like, as far as like, okay, let's say if you have a girl, you teach her how to do this, you teach her how to do this, wash clothes, clean the bathroom, wash this, all the things you teach your girl to do, they did. I never like treated them as if, like gave them special privileges or anything like that. When I say I was strict but loving and understanding, I was. I
Mm-hmm.
was strict with my boys. You going where? You going who? No. And as far as like extracurricular activities, they all have to always be in an extracurricular activity all year round.
Hey,
Summer,
mommy, you
spring,
still hanging
fall,
with us? That's
summer,
what's
spring,
up.
fall, winter. You have to be in an extracurricular. You have to be in the men's club. You have to be like, I didn't sleep on them. And you know why? It was because I come from a family who have a lot of people, young and old, who was in and out of jail, in and out of prison, in and out the streets. I was on the streets. My brothers was on the streets. We all like street kids, at one time in our life. Like my family, like on my side, my mother's side, my stepdad's side, my real dad's side, you know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
if they weren't in the gangs and they were out there hustling, they were doing something, and that's like our family. So at a very young age, I made them be involved in certain things. They couldn't hang around certain people. They couldn't even go around certain family members.
Right.
Okay, because they got their little kids talking about what up, cuz, what up, blood. They 2, 3 years old, blood, we dog. What you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I say I had a family who was like from the streets and gang affiliate on all sides, they was either Crips, Bloods, Vice Lords. You know what I mean? So a lot of times I used to get talked about because why Tanya never bring her kids around us? Why Tanya never get...
So you were uppity.
No, I wasn't uppity. I was still
I
hood.
mean, I mean
No,
to
she's
them
saying to them you were.
because you didn't bring your
I
kid. You
didn't.
thought
I
you
might not have left my kids at home, but I'm over their house kicking it and smoking and drinking and playing dominoes and cars and all that whoop de whoop, right?
No, what she's
were.
But
saying
my
is
kids
they
might have been
probably
at
thought
home
you were
because I
uppity
know.
because you didn't want your
No,
kids around you.
I wouldn't even
Right.
call it uppity. They were a bad influence. A lot of people in my family, including my brothers, used to get mad because I wouldn't let my son roll with them. And they 2-3
Right.
years old, they Crips, and they got rags hanging off their car and out their pocket, and they strapped up all the time. Like
Mhm.
I'm from that life. So when I had my kids, I'm like, fuck no, you ain't taking my son. Hell no. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, so
Mhm.
yeah, I would get kind of shaded for because my kids would be at home where they are safe and sound. And it wasn't like I stayed away from my family, like, oh, I'm not hanging around them. No, I still hung around them.
Just
But my
never
sons
seen
was
it.
only around, like, it had to be a birthday, it had to be Christmas, it had to be,
It was
you know what I
appropriate.
mean?
It was
It had to
age
be a
appropriate.
holiday or something like that for my sons to come around. And
Yeah.
then that was when they were young, though. But when they got older, like 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, I had already had them groomed. So
Hmm.
when we go over family members and they hear blood, blood, this, cuz, slob, blah, 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 you know, when they hear all that stuff as teenagers, they looking at me like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? I had already groomed them I had molded them. You know what I'm saying?
So it wasn't like they were green, as far
No,
as
they
yeah.
knew all about the streets because we always talked about the streets and what my family went through and what I went through and da 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 da. So they would know. They knew from me telling them shit. So when they would see my cousins or brothers and they draped in all red or they draped in all blue, they knew what time it was, but they weren't
Okay.
so naive
Right. And
to
that's
be
what I
like,
meant. They weren't.
you know
They
what I
weren't
mean?
naive or green.
And I don't regret it one bit how I raised them.
Yeah.
I don't like. I had one cousin who said, "Why you force your kids to play sports all year round?" Because they out the streets, unlike how we used to be in the streets all year round.
But they enjoyed it, so it's
They enjoyed it. And it
right.
wasn't like I told them, I gave them a choice. I said, I don't care if you play football, basketball, badminton, golf, polo. I don't give a damn what you do. Violin. I don't care. Piano. I don't care what you do. But you got to do an extracurricular activity every quarter of every year until
And
you
see,
graduate from high
and
school.
that's what I'm telling my daughter because she hasn't liked to do extracurricular. But I said you're going to middle school next year. You're gonna start doing extracurricular because you need to be exposed to
Yep.
to activity. And she's telling me something. So you want me to be well rounded? I said if you know that, then you know why.
Yep. So yeah, I'm not. If I had to do it all again, but I mean, I literally had people. You make the sons. You make them do this. No, I don't make them do anything. I give them a choice. Pick
Yeah, and if
whatever
they
you want to
enjoy
do.
it, that's the difference.
Pick whatever you want to do. But they always pick the same things. They always pick track, football, basketball, and baseball and wrestling. They always pick the same things to do. And I would
See,
be
we
supporting
didn't
them.
even have wrestling at my school.
Please, I would be working 2-3 jobs to support their extracurricular activities, and I did not mind it at all.
I'm
I
gonna
didn't
tell
mind
you,
it at all. And it kept him out the streets. It kept him out of gangs. My oldest one is 24. He about to have a baby. He got his own family. My 20-year-old is on his 3rd year of college. I don't regret keeping them for certain people while they were growing up. I don't regret it. Because I know what it was like for us to be out there in those streets and seeing my cousins go in and out of jail, in and out of prison, murdering people, slanging drugs, stealing cars. I know what the things we did in the street. And I'll never incriminate myself, but the people who know me really well, they know what we used to do in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to make sure my sons didn't live that same life. So,
Well, it sounds like you were a success.
hey, they ain't never been like no perfect angels or nothing like that. I had my issues, you
But
know.
it ain't no such thing as that, no way.
Right. Every kid gonna send you through some shit. I'm gonna say that. Every kid gonna send you through some shit.
Right.
But it's all about how you handle it. That's all.
Yeah. Well, I commend you on that.
She said I was talking about you, Tanya, that you told me to keep my kids next to. Yes, I always tell people that. I always tell people that and give them their choice. I don't believe in pressure. Oh, I played football, so you're going to play football. Oh, I was a high school basketball star, so you're going to be a No. What do you like to do, child? Do you want to learn how to play piano? Do you want to learn how to play the flute? Do you want to play basketball? Do you want to do wrestling? They have their choice, but they always pick the same stuff because that's what they liked.
Well, did you do extracurricular stuff in school?
Nope. When I
No?
wanted to do extracurricular stuff, like I think like in
The
10th or
religion thing?
9th or 10th grade, it was probably 9th or 10th grade, and I wanted to play volleyball, and I was really good, but we were so poor, my mother couldn't afford to buy me no nice shoes. She couldn't afford to pay the fees. She couldn't afford to, for the outfit, the not the
Yeah.
outfits, but the uniforms. We couldn't afford none of that. So what I did was I was also good at basketball. I played
Uh-huh.
basketball. I played street ball a lot with like all the boys in the neighborhood.
Yeah, you told me you were kind
Catch
of
me on the court. You can catch me
tomboyish.
on the court any day, balling. I was good at basketball, but I
Well, see,
wasn't about to
I
take no
didn't know
basketball with
because
no $20 shoes from what's that place, Karma Diva? What was that shoe store?
Well, Payless.
Payless? Yeah, what I look like playing some basketball and everybody else got $100, $200 tennis shoes on. I got these $29.99 Payless shoes on. No.
You look like you about to outshine everybody.
And
Shit.
I'm sliding across the gym floor. No.
but that was something else that a lot of the religious families and they didn't let their kids participate in sports and stuff. So I didn't know if that was part of it too.
I can
Mm-hmm.
participate in sports if it was free.
Mm.
But one thing I couldn't participate in was swimming because my mom didn't believe in us wearing swimsuits. You
Mm-hmm.
know, you know.
Yeah, because we had like
Yeah, LA Gears. Yeah, silly mommy.
y'all remember them British nights?
I
Them
was just
British
about to
nights?
say them BKs.
No,
Them
but see,
big
I wore
Yeah,
British Knights because I was a Crip, so that was like blood
BK
killers.
blood killers.
I wore them because I was a Crip. But
Oh, is
as far as
that what BK stood for?
BK
Up
stood for
here,
blood
dude.
killers. Yes,
Okay.
most Crips wore BKs. Yes,
Okay.
yes, and I wore
I had
BKs.
BKs.
Yep.
See, now my family, my dad didn't believe in name brand stuff, so I never had any type of name brand shoe or clothes or nothing like that. So I didn't get my first pair of Nikes till I was grown.
Well, I wanted
Sure,
to
I
play
grew up on
sports when I
Tims
was
and
young, but
kangaroos.
we just couldn't afford it. I
Well,
was
see,
wearing
my
Pro
mom couldn't
Rings and
afford it, but when I lived with my dad, my dad, he made pretty decent money. He and my stepmom, so I was able to have, the silk shirts and the Jabot jeans and the Z
Well, see,
Cavaricci and the name
my
brand
dad
stuff. Then
made good money, but he just didn't believe in it. He
Well,
felt like
yeah,
that was
some parents,
privilege.
it ain't all about affording it. It's about, like you
Yeah,
said, I don't believe in paying for that. Them silk shirts that cost $100, them Zeta
and
Caffaricis
he
that cost
still don't.
150, those Guess jeans that cost 125. A lot of
Yep.
parents can afford them, but they like,
And it was
now
four of
that's how
us,
I
so
am with my kids. I don't.
mhm.
The thing is, my kids, they are always dressed nice. They've
Right.
always, I mean, especially like when we go to church or something, my kids is clean whenever we step into an event. But
Yeah.
ain't none of that shit name brand.
Right.
the only thing
I'm
that
gonna
I
go to
really went
Burlington
name
or
brand
something.
for, when it comes to my kids, the only thing I went name brand for was they foot gear. Like we
Yeah.
would buy other things that were name brand, but all their clothes wouldn't be name brand. But when it came down to shoes, only because I remember what it was like trying to play sports, and my mother couldn't afford to buy those shoes, and I'm sliding.
Right.
Like you, come on now. I'm sorry, but $150, $200 shoes, they will last forever. Some $24.99 shoes from Payless gonna last you about a month when you running up and down the court all
Mhm.
day after school for basketball practice. So when they were in their sports, which they played sports from like third grade all the way through senior high school, expensive shoes it was all the way around. And it wasn't because I spoiled them or nothing like that. I just made sure that they had some nice shoes to play their sports in.
Right.
Like
Cause
if
see,
you got your
my
grades
dad
good,
wasn't gonna spend a lot of money, but he got quality stuff. And his thing
right?
was you can get quality without paying for a name.
Yeah, and you
Oh
can,
yeah, yeah.
But when it came to
Now that's
sports,
something that I've always made sure my kids
I didn't cut no corners when it came to sports though.
understand. I'm gonna buy
Like
you
so,
Yeah,
quality
I
stuff.
understand the sports
It's gonna
because
be,
usually they
you gonna be
require
looking nice. It's gonna be a quality, but I'm not paying.
right. None,
right,
none.
like
But my
track,
brother,
you got track, you got wrestling. Them cleats cost
right?
like the good
Yeah,
ones is like $80 and up.
yeah,
I mean, so but it was also where it's like, okay, you get what you earn.
yeah.
So there were times when I would tell my kids, okay, I remember one time my son, I bought him some $150 brand new Jordans, the youngest one. He was like in the 4th grade. And they were a limited edition. They was chromed out. These shoes were bad. I hope they come back just so I can show everybody what they look like. But they were so off the damn hook. And he had them in 4th or 5th grade. And he wore them one time to practice. He accidentally left them at practice. And somebody stole them.
Oh no!
So the next day he's crying and boo-hooing, Mama, I want my shoes. Why? I
I
said, that's
was
okay.
crying
We get some
too.
more. I said, that's okay. We get some more. Why take his ass to the mall and get him like some $60 shoes? He was like, well, these ain't the same shoes. Well, find the ones that got stolen.
Yeah.
So,
That's the very reason now I can't stand a thief. I can put up with a lot of stuff, but if you ain't work hard and bought stuff, what make you think you just walk up and take it from me? I can't stand a thief.
Yeah,
my kids
I
have
got
many.
can't stand
real.
it.
I can't stand a thief or a liar, because if to me they go hand in hand.
My kids
Exactly.
had a lot of stuff. I almost sent a damn high school kid to jail for stealing my son's cell phone.
You see, ugh, I can't stand that.
But his parents, how fast they came up with that money for that cell phone? Because the thing that happened
And
was
they should.
my son was in this classroom, and you know how you plug your phone up in a room, whether you're in college, high school, whatever, your phone did, you plugging it up. My son didn't keep his eye on it the entire class. It got stolen. Come to find out, some guy had admitted to somebody else that he stole the phone. So the guy, he ended up selling the phone. So when we was trying to do the investigation for the phone, it came out the guy confessed and woo 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 woo. The police got involved because when you get something stolen at school, the police can't write a real life report. Like charges can be placed on you when you're stealing something in high school. So I had pressed charges on him, and his parents could not believe that I pressed charges on him. I said and my son had an iPhone. That's when the iPhones kind of like first came out years ago. I said either pay us that $300 for that phone or your son going to jail. It is what it is. I'm sorry. And they did. And I'm telling you that his mom and dad came up to the school and cussed him out. They was going off on him, flipping out on him, talking about they gotta spend their rent money on the phone, and it was a hot mess. But it was either that or your son's going to jail. And they couldn't believe that I pressed charges. I said, hell no. We buy this shit for our kids, and your son admitted to stealing it and sold it. He sold it for like $50.
And how much had you paid for
An
the phone?
iPhone.
See, I ain't never even had an iPhone.
That's when they first came out. Them things were so little. I don't even know why they cost so much. They was.
But I because my daughter's so young, I don't even know nothing about the generation where they have phones in school. Because when we was in school, it wasn't no such a thing.
All right.
I mean,
Yeah, they complained when we had pagers.
My kids didn't get phones till they turned 13, each one.
Mhm.
They 4 years apart, and they didn't get phones till they were 13, each one.
That's probably when my daughter gets about that age, because right now I got her that Gizmo watch phone, but it's one of those things where I program who she can call and who can call her and all that stuff. But my thing is, until she get about that age, what's the point of her even having a phone? She with me all the time.
Well, see, and that's the thing. Carmen will let you know, I've always worked 2-3 jobs. My son plays sports like all year round, every year. So we had to have them have a phone. We had to. It was just really important that they had to have a phone.
So
There
how
would
in the
be
world
times
did you
they
do
didn't
the
have
2-3 jobs and still make the events and stuff?
girl, one year I worked 3 jobs for like 4 months straight.
But you still were able to
And
go to their stuff?
my mother had to keep the kids, for a minute. But it's like sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I just didn't know if you were still making the games and everything too. Because I'm like, you a superwoman.
Because sometimes if it was off season, it just depends on what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then like sometimes like okay, my part time job. Like I used to work this part time job for 7 years. And my
Mm-hmm.
schedule through the evening was Tuesday and Thursday from like 4 or 5 to 8, something like that. And then like
Mm-hmm.
every other weekend. So just because I worked 3 jobs don't mean I was working every single day.
I got you.
And then one of the jobs was just weekends. And then
Gotcha.
one of the jobs was during the daytime.
Mm-hmm.
So I still was able to, go to their games, and the games that I couldn't go to, they had their fathers, so they had somebody there, with them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one
Because
thing.
you seem like that
I would
mom that
work
was
my
at
ass
every.
off.
You seem like that mom that was at every game though.
Girl, ask Carmel Diva. Shit, Carmel Diva, how many times I be on Facebook recording, playing the video clips? Shout out to
Mm-hmm.
my son. He got 30, 50 points. Me and Carmel Diva been friends forever. And that's one thing people know me for is shouting out my kids all the time when they was playing sports. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, I made a lot of the games. A lot of them. A lot of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a lot of yelling on Facebook.
It was a lot about the fight the coaches. Matter of fact, I
But
had
you
got
know what?
my
Ain't
oldest
nothing
son
wrong with that.
senior year. I was banned from the school. My oldest son senior year, I was banned from all the schools in the metro.
What
I was
you done
banned
did
from
up there at the
all the
school?
schools. I was banned from all the schools in the metro. My oldest son's senior year
Because you was showing up.
because I was showing my ass out. I sure was. Like the last 4 games of the season, I was banned not just from his school. They banned me from every single school in the district.
So when you up there arguing with the coach or the referee?
I got into it with the coaches. After the game, after all the kids was out, I stormed up into the locker room and I cussed them to smooth out, went the fuck out, and the security guards had to drag me out of there and da 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 da. But
You
we can
that
get into
mama.
that. We can get into that whole another show because I had valid reasons for what I did,
Yeah.
and all the kids was like,
Okay.
I had a valid reason for what I did.
I'm just picturing you up there showing out. I know they'd be like, oh Lord.
And my oldest son, my youngest son followed every school my oldest son went to. So trust and believe, once they found out a child had the mother of Tanya,
Mm-hmm.
once they realized that I was the mother of the child that was coming into the school, they said, oh shit. They
Mm-hmm.
already they better get on the good foot because they know I didn't
Right.
play with my kids.
Your reputation precedes you.
I did not play with my kids.
I don't
So
blame you though. I'm the same. I would be the same way. Like I said, my daughter is not very extracurricular, so I don't have a lot of stuff to be that way with. And then with this year being virtual school, she has literally been at home with me every day. So
mhm, mhm.
Girl, ain't you ready to shoot yourself in the foot now?
you know, the first 9 weeks, I was ready to pull hair out, or in my case, take
You're
hair
like,
off my head. But after like once we got into a rhythm, it got a little better. But yeah, at the end, like when COVID first hit last year, when they were completely clueless and they had like another 2 months of school to go, that was hell. And then the first 9 weeks on this new virtual school was hell. But then after that, it kind of smoothed out. But they had the option after Christmas to either go back or continue virtual. I'm like, shit, we done did virtual all this time. What's the point of going back now? So we just gonna, wait until she starts middle school because
We
I'm
ain't
pretty
gonna get
sure.
into it with me and virtual learning. We ain't gonna go there with me.
But it's messed up. Only issue I really had is messed up my work schedule because I'm used to being able to do my work like especially for my primary job when she's at school. So now during the
Yeah.
day, I don't really get a whole lot done, and I don't really start working till like after 2 o'clock. And then I have a full-time job and a part-time contract that I work. So I'm just starting it at like midnight. And a lot of times I'm not going to bed until 5 or 6 in the morning. And then because she be up with me, she be sleeping during the day too. She ain't wake up tonight till 9 o'clock.
Mm.
See, I thought my daughter was the only one completely off schedule.
It's just
because
that's
it
the
is.
thing. It just throw your schedule off. But as far as like being able to deal with the work, we doing better with dealing with the work and everything. And she's gotten, pretty much all A's. Cause I'm like, look, ain't no way you can flunk at home with me. Cause that was gonna look so bad if she at home with me and didn't pay.
Girl.
I'll be like, well, I don't know how to do this shit. What the fuck you want to do? Shit. I ain't took math in like 15, 20 years. What shit?
And it's new. It's like new math.
Right. That new math shit, that touch math and all. I was like, what?
Please. My college
What is
son
that?
asked me,
Do
Mom,
y'all
can
do
you help me
that
with
Common
this?
Core math? Because they're doing something called Common Core math.
It's always something different. It's like every generation or every year they change
Well,
something.
honey, I'm from old school. I told my baby, I said when I was in first grade, we had an abacus, the one with them beads on that wire, and you move them over to learn adding and subtracting. So all this mess y'all doing now, this completely new.
I'm like 1 + 1. We had some fun. Oh, never mind. That ain't it. 1 + 1 is 2.
Right.
That ain't the song you want to sing to a kid.
You remember that song? 1 + 1. We had some fun in the bedroom.
All day and all night.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
That was like, wasn't it a jump rope song?
She took off her shoes
in a bedroom all day. And yeah, that was like a jump rope song that we had. Man, we was nasty. Why was like second and third grade talking about remember that?
Right.
I remember that.
Yes.
Oh my God, we were too young for that.
You know
Grandma,
what's funny?
Grandma, you ain't sick. All you want is Grandpa's dick. Rocky Robin.
Tweet.
Now we didn't sing
Rocky
that
Robin.
version of Rocky Robin.
Oh, you didn't know that one?
No,
Yeah,
we didn't do that one.
Girl.
What about the meatball song?
What's the meatball song?
Ain't your mama pretty? She got meatballs.
She got meatballs on her
Scrambled eggs
I do
between
remember
your
that.
legs. Ain't your mama
I
pretty?
took her to a party. She turned around and farted. I asked her why she did it.
She turned around
She turned around and shit it.
I remember that one. But I didn't know about that dirty version of Rocky Robin though.
Man, no,
Grandma, you ain't sick. All you want is Grandpa's dick. Rocky Robin.
Rocky Robin. Tweet. Rocky Robin.
So now all the little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the Robins go tweet, tweet, tweet. Y'all ain't do that version?
See, that's why. Yeah, we did that one too. We did that one too.
We had a bunch of. It was a bunch of verses.
We kind of like it was like the remix.
Remix it.
Remix.
Because you know what? I remember being in like, I'm gonna say, my folks were kind of strict too, but somebody had the Too Short tape. You remember the cuss word?
I love me some Too Short.
I used to sneak in my room, get under the bed, and get the tape recorder out and listen to me some Too Short, some cuss words.
When I told you my mother was really religious, I used to get what was the tape recorder, like the little small tape recorder, and I would get the tapes and I would hide it under my bed, and in the middle of the night I would play the tapes, and if I got caught. Did y'all? Do you remember the story when I told y'all how we got in trouble singing that? That song.
Which one?
I'll take your man right out the box and put him under my padlock. And when you see that, by who was it by?
That was Salt and Pepper.
Salt and Pepper. Yeah, we was writing the lyrics down so we could memorize them. Huh?
No, that was Salt and Pepper singing that.
That was Salt and Pepper. Me and my cousin was trying to learn the lyrics by heart, so we kept playing the song and writing the lyrics and practicing them. My mother
did that too, write the lyrics down.
Yeah, that's what we used to do back in the day. We used to write the lyrics down so we could sing them.
I
And my
did that
mother
too.
came upon us and thought that we were talking about taking some man in the neighborhood, some man in the hood, and we
Oh
got
my
our ass
God.
whooped. We got our ass whooped. Come on, who the hell, man, y'all gonna take? We like, it's just a song. It's just a
It's a song, yes. But
We
yeah, I
got
used to.
so up.
I just find it so funny. Y'all was in Omaha, I was in Alabama. We were doing that same stuff, writing down them lyrics to the songs and listening to under the bed.
It's like universal. It's like universal.
Universal.
Because we didn't have the internet where we could just type the song and type lyrics and we just see
Mm-hmm.
it in front of us. We had to write the lyrics down.
And I know you say y'all couldn't play the music and stuff, but we used to like record the music off the radio, and you be trying to stop it before the DJ started talking, so it seemed like you had the actual real tape, but you really recorded it.
Child. Universal.
And then my dad, I told y'all, my dad didn't believe in nothing up to date, so we was like in elementary school, and this was back when we was behind. You know how you would have them places like Disc Jockey and what's the place that used to sell tapes and stuff before CDs? It was Disc Jockey and another store in the mall. So my dad would go over there and go to the bin where everything is $1. And them songs be like 2 or 3 years old. So we going to school talking about them like they brand new, but they like came out years ago because we didn't know.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we was listening to I'm trying to think. Like,
y'all didn't have no radio station?
Our radio station only got picked up the white station.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Curtis.
What?
Whoo, child, I gotta show y'all this video Curtis sent me.
Oh, I was gonna tell you. That you know what? I sent that before you got into your discussion about your kids and family and gang members and all the other shit. That shit's been sitting there for a minute.
No, I'm just now seeing it. I'm hollering. Okay, now y'all know I was talking about cripping earlier, right?
Quick walking as a damn class. Hey, that's a good
Look
hustle.
at them, they see walking, Nick. They see walking. Hey. That is too funny.
That's a good hustle though. Think about it. Hey, and people will do it.
I was hollering. I was up here watching the video, cracking up. Hey, what's up, Food Junkie? Hey, how you doing, love?
Hey, Food Junkie.
And that is another YouTuber, y'all. Food Junkie.
I know Food
Silly
Junkie.
Mommy for life. I'll be trying to shout out all the YouTubers when they come into the chat. So check out their channel, Food Junkie. He be over there making them. Man, he can cook his ass off. He cooks and do all type of commentary on everything. So check him out.
All right.
Yeah, that was funny. That was right on time, Curtis. Thank you.
Okay, now love, I love y'all, but we rolling up on 4 hours.
It's one of hey, I told y'all midnight. Now y'all done let me go to 1 in the morning.
I did it again.
Curtis.
And you know what? I'm gonna blame y'all because I ain't getting none of my work done.
But can we take one shot to go? Can we take a shot to go? Can we take one shot to go? Food Junkie, anybody else in the chat? Y'all know we take shots throughout our Friday Night Live. So let's take a shot on the way out.
This one is for my birthday.
And what day is your birthday?
Sunday.
Easter.
Oh, you on Easter? Hey.
Happy
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Aries, we gonna drink the Aries because my birthday will be done past by the time we do it. So yes, Aries birthdays in the house. April Aries is we the best Aries.
Yes, and Carlos
April Aries is the best Aries.
That's right.
Happy birthday to you. All right, y'all.
Yeah,
On the
ready?
count of 3, we're gonna take a shot. We're gonna take a sip to all the anybody in the chat.
Hey,
Whether
my
you
baby
taking
ran and
Curtis,
grabbed a
what you
bottle of
doing?
water.
Curtis, you making me confused.
Tanya, my baby went and grabbed a bottle of water. Told me she wanted to participate.
Okay.
Go
Don't say
ahead,
that
turn it
on
up, baby
air.
girl.
Don't say that
I
on
got a
air.
bottle of water too.
Don't age minors. What he doing with that tongue? Oh my God! Let's hurry up, drink, y'all. Hurry up.
That's how you get boogered up.
Oh my God! Hurry up, y'all. Okay. What we drinking to again?
My birthday.
Aries
Okay.
birthdays. Aries birthdays.
On the count of 1, 2, 3, turn up.
Hey. Refreshing.
Oh.
Quenching.
Ooh, they gave me that warm and fuzzy.
Ooh. I think I had 2 new hairs grow on my chest.
Oh shit.
At least 2. At least 2.
You can separate them from the other 50,000.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Not
Are
the
these
fuzzy
gray?
nipples. Not the fuzzy nipples.
You can show it. Hey, watch it. You ain't ready for that.
Well,
Watch
this
it.
is
where
the
Edward is.
baseline.
Yeah,
This is
where
the
Edward at?
baseline. This ain't the same as walking around with no shirt on, showing your chest from the neck down to your belly button or to your pubic line. See, oh hell no! See, there we go.
Look,
Curtis, keep your chest to yourself.
I lost my speech just then.
Now you know how it is. Just talk to somebody else about showing their chest, sis Curtis.
Because what I was going to ask you is, was Edward? Did he at least have a nice chest, Edward?
And he does have a nice little chest, but it's just
okay.
not the point.
It's just inappropriate. Yeah.
It's just not the point.
Yeah.
And we could get flagged for that. We get flagged on the channel.
I ain't trying to get nobody flagged. I know I wasn't going no further than the shoulders.
No, not you. We're talking about.
I wanted to be me.
When it comes to getting your video monetized, Mel, you know how it is. You monetize.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Get it.
When it comes to having your video
monetized. I'm not monetized,
but some people think like, oh, they don't understand the monetized portion. So when you say don't do this on my channel because I want to make sure I get monetized, a lot of people don't understand where you're coming from, and that's why
my thing is, even if it wasn't about that, if you asked him not to do that, you just.
But we asked him many times, and
yeah,
that's just a respect all night talking shit because of the fact I wouldn't let him up on here without his shirt on.
Yeah, that's just a respect thing. Yeah,
I just went ahead and blocked him off my page. He ain't happy about it, but oh fucking well, because if I ask you several times nicely and you still don't want to do what I asked you to on my platform, and if I block you, that's my good right. That's this my channel.
Yeah.
Oh, where's Silly Mama got a channel at? I need to go check out her.
Yeah, Silly Mommy got a channel too. Mel got a channel. Who else?
She's talking in the chat, talking about shutting stuff down. We don't shut this down till I say so.
Food Junkie.
What the hell he did?
Food Junkie, you're Aries.
Deanna Irvin.
I just asked for Silly Mama. Yeah, they be getting. Man,
Ocean Roof. Yeah, he got a channel. Ocean Roof got a channel too.
Maybe one night you should just tag all their channels, or they should tag their channels because I don't see any channels in the chat.
And because they don't necessarily put their links in there, I just highlight their name because if you just look their name up,
I'm lazy.
Oh Lord Jesus!
Right.
Well, I'm honest with it.
Miss Nancy Lola, she from New Orleans, baby. She got a channel too.
Oh.
I like to shout out all the people who are YouTubers when they come to my channel and promote them.
I gotta go. I can't be the last one. Bye.
Yeah.
Love you.
Just leave me here by myself. Karma Diva,
I love you.
Have a good weekend.
Oh, here comes Mel.
Mel, you
back?
Yeah,
right, bye, Karma Diva.
I made a mistake and knocked myself out.
Mel will shut it down with you.
Everybody enjoy.
Food Junkie.
Everybody enjoy Resurrection Day. Remember what it's for.
Go Aries.
Hey, I got a speech.
Hey.
I got a speech before I leave out. I got a speech.
Birthday, y'all.
Hold on.
I got a speech before I leave out.
Food Junkie's birthday on April, so I just want to acknowledge him, April 12th.
Hey.
But Karma Diva,
Aries.
what's your speech?
I just want to say I'm getting ready to leave out, and yes, we enjoy our birthdays. But for those of you who do celebrate, if you don't, then don't. But if you are celebrating, remember that Resurrection Sunday is not about bunnies and Easter eggs. It is about
Exactly.
the resurrection of our living Christ who died for our sins. And remember that, and to teach our kids that is what Easter Sunday is truly about.
Mm-hmm.
And on that note, I want everybody to be blessed and hope to see y'all again next weekend. Peace.
And we got a couple of interviews coming up. One from, both of them from ladies who were in jail. One was in prison for 7 years. One was in jail. One lost her children. One murdered somebody. We got some interviews coming up, you guys. So I just want to give you that alert. We got some interviews coming up from some stories from our own hood, from our own neighborhood. So on that note, everybody, like Karma Diva said, have a wonderful, wonderful Easter holiday. And do not forget the reason for the season. I know we normally use that for Christmas, but do not forget the reason for the season. And stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant, and always, always, what, Karma Diva?
Keep it hood.
Bye. Keep it
Bye.
hood. All right. Love you, Mel. Love you, Karma Diva.
Love y'all too.
All right. Bye-bye. Happy